Hey there, everybody. Hey, welcome to this latest episode of Movies Merica. Spoiler warning. As always, I'm your humble host, Van Ebert, as we go through this episode going over The Campaign. Yes, a very topical movie for this week because we just got done with a presidential election, presidential campaign, and you know what? The right guy won. All right, there we go. This is Movies Merica. Okay, did you not get that right there? Okay, but we're gonna go over this campaign movie here that came out in 2012, and it's got some parallels to today and elections and campaigns and whatnot. But we also, I will not be alone. All right, I'm gonna have a co-pilot as we go through at least most of this here tonight. I have a special guest that I will introduce you all to after this.
In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by Movies Merica.
All right, everybody. Hey, all right. Again, welcome here, and I especially want to welcome my movie maniacs. There they are, and my fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics. And boy, do we have a treat for you this Thursday here. Okay, so because it's Thursday, it's almost Friday, it's pre-Friday. It's time to raise up those drinks right there and relax, ease your mind, kick your feet up. Okay, because the work week is almost done with us. And if you're like me, okay, I am, of the more conservative persuasion, and I am having a very, very good week this week. I can't imagine why here, but we will be getting into that a little later on here. But again, as I teased before the intro there, I do have a very special guest here, a special treat for all of my movie maniacs and my fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics. And without further ado, I have made her wait long enough. Let's bring her up into the movie theater, the big stage. And there she is.
Hello.
It's Kitty from Flip City. Yes. Or Christy or Kitty or Christy or I don't know.
Well, Kitty is the social media and public face of Flip City Magazine, but she is busy tonight rescuing squirrels from New York and moving them down to Florida. So where they can have a little more freedom and life.
Yeah. I think
so. Happy Practice Friday, by the way. Happy Practice Friday. That's what I call Thursdays.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Well, I mean, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice there, as the old saying goes. So, and now with the squirrel assistants and all that, now did you have like a raccoon assistant as well, that kind of thing? Because I know, unfortunately, old Fred the raccoon got moved or, got euthanized as well.
I know. Poor Fred. He doesn't seem to have gotten as much attention. I've been reminded by my husband multiple times, and Fred.
Right, yes, exactly.
Because we did it for Peanut and Fred.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, poor Fred. He's like the Peter Scolari to Tom Hanks from Bosom Bottoms. That must have been that movie I saw last night there. But yeah, Bosom Buddies. The Andrew Ridgeley to George Michael. Poor Fred, just not getting the love that he deserves. But Fred, hey, rest in peace there, Fred. There, say I've got his name wrong.
And he was so cute too.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I don't know about you, but a lot of people say Elon's money, the Joe Biden garbage comment, all that stuff. Those are like the biggest factors as far as why Trump won. But I think we got to give it up for old Peanut, because I think Peanut being put down by the overregulated state of New York, I think he got Trump his nut, basically, here. He got him his presidential election win nut there, so.
Yeah, it was definitely Peanut. That or, they're eating the pets.
Right, exactly. And then all the resulting like rap songs and memes that came from that. Right? They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're killing the squirrels. So
that was a pretty good impression. I'm impressed with the impression.
Yeah, it's me personally, I think I do a terrible Trump impression. So maybe if I'm taking the pressure off myself because I'm thinking I'm doing a bad one, it turns out to be a good one. Who knows? So. But so that's the thing is, Trump as a presidential candidate, he's not boring. So he's got all these not cool, but weird out there historical events happening during his campaign, like Haitians, supposedly eating cats and dogs and squirrels getting killed and that kind of thing. I can't say that if Ron DeSantis was a Republican nominee, and I'm a Ron DeSantis guy, but I can't promise that if he was the nominee, all this cool or at least interesting, surreal stuff would be happening.
You know what it is? I think all that stuff probably still would have happened, but nobody else has the memers behind them the way Trump does.
Right.
So they turn it into culture immediately. Yeah. Anything that's happening revolving around Trump, the memers are on it and turn it into culture. And hello, Agent TX6.
Yeah, Agent X6. And we got Lindy Rigg here in the show right there. Agent X6 joining us right there. Love that there. Lindy Rigg 87 joining us as well. And they are adding even more class to the show. Okay, Kitty added more class to the show here, but it's just getting compounded upon as we get more people in the live chat. And I'm glad Agent X6 and Lindy Rigg 87, you guys got in the live chat, because it reminded me, and Ravage Battle just joined us here.
Cool.
Well, so reminded me to remind all of you that, you guys can get in the live chat here on Rumble or YouTube, and then I can get you guys up here on the screen here with your wisdom and your wits there. So,
hey, you're still streaming over on Pilled, aren't you? I know it's hard to build an audience over there, but I love that platform still.
Yeah, we're off there now here, but I do like the idea behind there. I do like the interface where you can find the shows pretty easily. They got them listed off on the left and that kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and I had a bad experience with them just because they make you set up like a Stripe account there if you want to get paid. Which, if it works, I wouldn't mind. But my Stripe account, I could never get paid off of there. I could convert my gold pills to a dollar amount that would come out in a Stripe, but then when I went to go cash it, and I know this is riveting to the whole audience, but when I went to go cash it to my bank account, Stripe would come back to me and go, we think you're a fraudulent account. We need you to send us this paperwork and that paperwork and that paperwork and that paperwork. And I'm like, what? And Ian and Sean, the other two titans of the Till Death Podcast Network, dynasty, they didn't have the problem. I'm like, well, what the hell? How did I get so lucky? So to get that problem right there. And Agent X6 with the $5 Rumble rant saying, Peanut and Fred, we live on in our memories forever. Yes. Who can't drink to that right there? Let's pound one or drink a little too, Fred and
I pour
Peanut.
one out, but I only have water.
And they say it's bad to toast with water, right? It's unlucky to toast with water, right? Exactly. So I'm gonna drink one.
All right, you can have one for me.
There we go. Yeah, let me do two for Kitty here.
Yeah.
Look
at you and your chat. I'm so jealous of your Rumble chat. I for my stream, my Rumble chat, I might get like 3 chats, and I'm like, wow, people are watching me on Rumble.
I've got a great crew right here, and I've got great guys like Culture Americano in here, who is accurately calling us what we are, assholes. So right there, gotta love it. And Stripe is dumb. Yep, you got that right there. So especially like when it works for other people, but it doesn't work for you. And so you get like Stripe envy. You're like, whoa, what's going on? What the hell? My God.
It just makes me want to put my tinfoil hat on and be like, dude, what kind of lists are you on? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I did a little business in Cartagena back in the day. I mean, come on. Is that going to follow me around everywhere? I mean, my God, I changed my last name from Escobar to Ebert. Come on. I mean, my God, what's going on with that? So, and Ravage Battle says, hi, Kitty.
Yeah, we know each other from Twitter.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, Twitter right there. Yeah, the joining. I mean, that's all I like about Twitter or X now is all it does is spread peace and harmony and love among everybody who uses it.
Is that what happens now? It's funny. I'm not a social media arguer.
Yeah.
So I just stay out of it. And so I do have fun over on Twitter because I just talk to the people I like.
Oh yeah, yep, exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing is I have a really hard time with that because I really have to discipline myself not to go down the rabbit hole of getting into it with people on X and whatnot because I just don't have the time, and I just I would never want to add up all the time I've wasted just going down a rabbit hole, just having a back and forth that it's not going to result in anything constructive. I mean, they're not going to go like, Van, you're right.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing me the error of my ways, and I'm not going to do the same thing to them. It's just going to be like, eventually it's going to devolve into, you're an asshole. Yeah, well, you're a prick, and then it's like, and then by the time you look at your watch, you're like, all right, that's 27 hours wasted that I could have been doing something.
Right. I do occasionally enjoy looking at the Flip City Magazine Twitter because that's the one that Scott, my husband and mad mind behind Flip City, uses. And he's pretty funny with people. So I'll look at his battles and he does it on purpose.
Yeah.
Because he wants people to say bad things about the magazine so we can quote them on our website and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So he does it for a reason, for business. But I sometimes go in the notifications and I'm like, ooh, he got salty today.
So he's fishing basically.
He's fishing.
He's fishing. He's putting the cheese on the hook and the night crawlers and all that stuff out there. So it's for a mission. And Culture Americano for $1 here. Rumble Rant. Thank you very much, Culture Americano. It says Peanut discouraged all of the pets from voting this election. Yeah. Maybe that's where those 17 million votes went. There that are mysteriously missing. Maybe that was our animal friends voting back in 2020 right there. So who knows? I have no idea. But yeah, good to see everybody here in the live chat putting in work right there. So, and Lindy Rig 87, hey, he's willing to step up to the plate. He would gladly talk shit about your great magazine.
Do it,
if you want,
Lindy. Just
some quotes.
That's the thing. Like over on X, it's so hard to get like real, genuine like interaction and all that kind of stuff. That please at Flip City Mag, talk all the shit you want. We will quote you, and you may even make it in print.
Oh yeah, actually.
So
you heard it there. You heard it there. Exactly. Like, come here. Yeah, you bring your A game. All right. Yeah, don't be sleeping it. Don't be phoning it in for Flip City. Like, give it your A effort right there. Okay, got to do that. So, and Culture Americana, X's Mole Funner is when we all going in on the same dumb lib right there. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I like to throw off the libs sometimes by simply putting it on there. Love you too. That's all I'll do. It's like they'll be coming at me like, you stupid Trump supporter, I hate you. And I'm like, love you too. There you go. So, and they don't know what to do with that, right? They're just like, what? What's going on? What?
I do a similar thing to road ragers. I anger road ragers worse than anything that a flip off will do. I literally smile and wave or go, ooh. Makes them so mad.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's some of the funniest videos though, because like when you see videos from like college campuses with guys out there with microphones and like some whacked out tranny will come up to them and get mad at them like, you misgendered me, you bitch, and then like the guy with the microphone out there is just like, love you, God bless you, oh, you are the best, Jesus loves you, like being as nice as possible and killing them with kindness. And the tranny just doesn't know what to do. There's like, there's like have this psychotic rage that they need to like outlet on somebody there. There's like because they're wearing a dress, they got the hair up and the barrettes and all that stuff, and normally they would normally be like, hi, yes, I'm Stacy, But then when somebody's like, talking to them or disrespecting them, on a college campus, all of a sudden they go, "Hi, I'm Stacey." Hey, you stop messing with me. I'm going to kick your ass. Like, whoa, hey, what happened to your seductive feminine wiles? So gotta love it right there. So, but I think those are the funniest videos is when the host, the maker of the video, just kills them with kindness, and it just you see their heads start shaking like the fembots and Austin Powers, like, ooh, like I don't know what to do, like their microchip is gonna blow up or something like that because like I'm not used to people treating me nicely and all that stuff. So love it. Gotta love it right here. And I like that. Yeah, Lindy Rig, hit the like, turds. Yeah, hit that like button there if you would. Okay, so if you would be so kind. All right, so Lindy Rig, he'll be the bad cop. I'll be the good cop and beg you, please, pretty please, a sugar on top. Click that like button, please. So gotta love it.
Yeah.
Culture Americana right there. Yep, love it.
It helps with that algorithm, so I've heard.
It does absolutely right there. I mean, it's the algorithms world. We're all just squirrels trying to get a nut. Okay, so except for poor Peanut. So he's in a great big tree in the sky right now. So with Fred the raccoon. But keep those live chats coming right there. You guys are putting in some serious work. You guys are working the live chat trenches like hardened World War I soldiers right there. But just keep your gas mask on because those crazy Germans, they love to unleash that mustard gas there in the hard trenches of the live chat right there. And Ravage Battle's like, hey, he's Gen X. So am I. Exactly. Hey, congrats to us, Ravage Battle, for us winning the election for Trump right there. So I'm just going to pat myself on the back right there because Gen X was the biggest part of the electorate. There.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're the biggest part right there. And I do like one theory I heard, which I think totally tracks, is Gen X is the biggest part of the electorate that voted for Trump and won it over for him. Because, see, Gen X, like the America that I grew up in as a little kid and a teenager, I grew up in the, hey, we're America, bitch. Like, I grew up in that era of America, right? Because we're all patriotic. I knew black dudes, I knew, Hispanic dudes, but we didn't even think about, hey, Jamal's black. I had no idea. Or, hey, Jose's Latino. I had no idea. Like, there was no DEI. There was no like, hey, you're black, you need to think this and vote for that. And hey, you're Latino, you need to think this and vote for that. There, it was just, we all got along. It was great. We're all just, it was awesome. We just all sitting around. Yeah,
I miss it because that's the thing. I grew up in a very mixed area in Southern California, and I loved being irreverent with my other race friends.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because there's only I really miss it. I miss that you can't feel comfortable enough with people of a different race anymore to be able to take the joke and feed it right back to you without it being angry.
Oh, right, right.
That's
exactly.
what friends do. You give each other shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in a weird way, and it's probably more in the, as far as part of the bro code is like if you're getting shit from your buddies, that means they are your buddies. Okay, that means that they like you, and you're part of the treehouse, right? If they're not giving you shit and they're not talking to you, or they're like walking on eggshells around you, then behind your back they're probably calling you creepy, and Buzz Killington, and they don't want to hang out with you. But if they're making mom jokes to you, hey, you know what? Don't be pissed off. That means it's just, hey, you're part of the club. I mean, they like you, they dig you. You're one of their boys, right there. So, and hey, we got Channel 2 Action News over here with a $5 Rumble rant right there. Channel 2 Action News, love it. All right, I think Channel 2 Action News is anticipating all that extra money that we'll all be making now because of the Trump win, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
I cannot wait because running a business in this past 4 years trying to sell a patriotic magazine has been hard. Guess what? Conservatives are very conservative. So they see hard times on the horizon and they go, "Oh, I don't absolutely need this. Cancel."
Yeah, right.
So,
Exactly. They get rid of what they consider the non-essentials or whatever. But yeah, you're right. I mean, under Biden and Kamala, I mean, it was
She's gone from suck to blow.
that's how bad it was. So absolutely. But now, hey, it's going to be so great. It's going to be so awesome, and it was so awesome just to see all the libs, all the leftists going,
No, God, please, no, no.
and that's what we saw right there. I mean, it was glorious. I took Wednesday off. I took yesterday off because I knew either I was going to need a day to celebrate or a day to kind of just recover. Find my happy place. Go into my safe space and find my happy place. If Trump had lost, but because he won, and it was Wednesday was just all day watching Morning Joe and The View and watching shows, on the Daily Wire and the Blaze and Dave Smith and all these shows, where you got to celebrate with them. Like we're celebrating. It's like one big party. Everyone just having a good time, confetti flying everywhere and that kind of thing. And then all watching videos of Hollywood and celebrities melting down. It was glorious. It was glorious. And
nice.
I owe Channel 2 Action News a drink right there for that last $5 Rumble rant right there. So, yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. When you get a Rumble rant, you got a drink right there. If you got a drink right there. So, and water, you know what? It's against UN regulation 21.7 subset A to toast on Rumble on a live chat with water. Well, for you, Kitty, I will forego that regulation. So feel free to toast with
what?
water.
I may call up to my husband and see if he can bring me down a beer, actually, and because I'm out of water too. Let me see.
Oh,
I'm gonna mute myself so you guys
bet.
don't know actually how loud and annoying I am. I'm on my best behavior right now.
You are. You're being very, very good. Very good. So, yeah, do what you got to do. All right. So, yeah, I got a Ravage Battle right there. Yeah, I was happy to get you those. Thanks for the streaming tips, Van, right there. As content creators, we got to help each other out, okay? And I don't know near everything now. I've only been in this game for, 2 years or something like that now. And I watch shows that I've done, episodes I've watched, and I look back and I'm like, oh, God, did I really say that? Or, man, I could have said that a lot better. Or did I really show that? That kind of thing. So, oh my God, did I really let, did I even, was I on stage 5 riding that pole like that? Oh, wait, that's my other job. Sorry, right there. But you guys weren't supposed to hear that. Sorry about that.
Hey, Van, I'm going to go grab my own darn beer.
You bet.
I bet you can hold the fort down.
I think I can manage. I think with the help of Fred and Peanut, I will be just fine.
I'll be right back.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So, yeah, we're going to talk about, the great, the ecstatically happy reception from Hollywood and celebrities all about the Trump win there, the glorious Trump win on Tuesday night, or I guess Wednesday morning there. Now, I was surprised that because I thought that, like a lot of people, I thought we weren't going to find out who was president until like a couple of days from now, right? Or, maybe even, December 11th or something like that and that kind of thing. But thanks to Gen X, again, a pat on my back there and Peanut and Fred, becoming martyrs for the Trump cause. Trump, took it home, baby. He took it home right there. And I think really one thing that I think contributed to Trump winning is that badass, that savage troll with the garbage truck. All right, let me know in the live chat there. Just put in GT for garbage truck there if you agree with me that the garbage truck did help Trump cross that finish line right there, because that was for reals. The only thing that could have made the garbage truck thing better is if he was in there with Peanut the squirrel as his co-pilot. Or, well, I guess not Peanut the squirrel, but a squirrel as his co-pilot in there. But other than that, that was an excellent time right there. But I see Kitty's back. Are y'all bearded up? Are you all hydrated?
Bearded up.
There you go.
Incognito blue.
Incognito blue. Okay.
I'm blonde, not blue.
Yeah.
I guess I turned into a blonde just reading the word blonde.
Right. Is that a bear? Is that what that is? I don't know. Gag me with a spoon, yeah. So remember that from back in the 80s?
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. From back, we were talking about the 80s earlier, right? Gen X and that kind of thing. And so,
Okay.
yeah.
Why is it Gen X is so freaking cool? Like, why have we remained so cool all of our lives? Because we're kind of old now.
Yeah.
We're so cool.
We are still cool. Because we grew up with great music. We are still part of the generation. We were the generation before the next generation where, they're getting rubbed down with Perel and baby wipes all the time. And they're being told that you're the best. You're awesome. Yeah, you got a C plus, but we're going to call it an A plus. You're the best. Like the whole self-esteem thing, like we still, in our generation, we still had the parents like, you're a knucklehead. You got a C plus. You should have got an A, or the parents are like, oh, hey, if you want to go play out in that creek, that's totally cool. And put rocks in your mouth and lick frogs and you stay out until the street lights come on. You're totally cool. Like that was our parents back in the day there. But now, after Gen X, then it turned into, the self-esteem generation. And I know I'm generalizing here, but
well, of course.
Kids were more coddled and massaged and all that stuff and that kind of thing. Back in our day, it was like, we had it a little bit rougher around the edges.
Yeah. It's funny because I have a Gen Z, right? She's 21.
Yeah.
And in her later teens, she was often asking me why I made her so weird. Like, I think I parented her like maybe how my parents parented her, because she's very Gen X-like.
Is she?
And I'm like, dude, I freaking love you. And she was raised on the music I liked. So, she's like rocking the Talking Heads and,
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, David Byrne. And yep, exactly. So, gotta love it.
It's a big suit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I liked how, it was almost like Kamala or Hillary Clinton were stealing, his big suit right there with the big shoulder pads and that kind of thing sometimes, Yeah. Hey, I'm Sean Cab joining the show here, and he's coming in with the thunder with a $1 Rumble rant right there. Okay, this guy ain't bullshitting. He is coming in with the $1 Rumble rant. So
we missed a chat earlier. It wasn't a Rumble rant, but it was somebody said that my beer is more manly than the gay shit that Ian drinks, and that made me laugh. I love Ian. We're not, me and Ian don't live too far from each other. We still haven't met up in person, but I think we will one day.
You guys are all both out in the People's Republic of California there?
That's right.
Yeah.
Behind the Iron Curtain.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. So we're praying for you. Well, I always light a candle for Ian every night for him living in the People's Republic of California there. But I have a brother and sister that also live in the People's Republic there. They live up in L.A., so my brother's in Glendale and my sister is in Burbank. And I'm like, California, I like California. I like visiting California, that kind of thing. So, and I mean, if you want, if you live there, I'm not going to fault you. Obviously, it's like you got to, if you live there, you probably have a good situation and that kind of thing. But me, because I don't want to lose the novelty of California, because California is really cool if you don't live there and you only get there every few years. And you see the scenery and just the layout of LA and that kind of thing. Because, LA, it's got the homeless and all that stuff and that kind of thing. But, if you just look at it from a pure geographical standpoint, LA is just cool to drive around, right? I mean, like where my brother lives in Glendale, the streets are just his neighborhood is kind of like in the beginning of, I don't know if it's the Hollywood Hills, but it's a mountainous region right there. Mm-hmm. And just some of the declines and inclines on some of the streets around where his place is at is just ungodly. So,
it's a thing that people that haven't ever visited Southern California, you don't know until you get here how great and cool it is just to be in California. It's just neat. And that's the thing. I live an hour outside of LA, but I'm up in I'm on a mountain.
Oh,
it's not anything like LA or anything like a lot of what you would think of Southern California.
Oh yeah, yep, exactly. So, and I remember like the last time I went to LA, I had the bright idea that because my brother and sister, they were working the day that I got there, so we couldn't hook up until later on that day. So I had the bright idea, like, hey, I'll just go and I'll rent a car at the airport, and I'll just drive around to all these locations where some of my favorite movie scenes were shot. So, like the house in Boogie Nights, where you've got Alfred Molina. He's like he's in there. He's the drug dealer. You got the Asian guy back there lighting firecrackers. That's the big shootout scene in Boogie Nights. And so I learned like where that house is at. And then some other locations. And I had my bright idea was like to drive around and check out these movie locations. Well, as you know, when you go to LA, you're not getting anywhere in the traffic anywhere fast in that town right there. So,
it's so funny because I do not spend any time in LA, but I had a friend from South Africa, an internet friend from South Africa coming and visiting LA. He was only going to be here for like 24 hours. So he's like, do you want to come meet me? I'm like, yeah, why don't we go hang out, in LA? And, it was funny. I did ask, I said, do you want to do the California thing? Wink, if you know what that means. Wink. So we did. And we, oh gosh, I was like, okay, we were somewhere like literally only like 5 miles away, and we wanted to go to Santa Monica. And it took us an hour and a half to get there on surface streets, but we had a great time because we were doing the California thing. Wink.
Oh yeah, exactly. And at that point, California was like,
Gotcha, bitch.
Getting that traffic, it's no joke right there. So, and because Santa Monica, it's funny you mentioned that because there was another time where I had the bright idea like just to drive around and check out some of the sites, and I kept on getting stuck in traffic, and I was getting pretty close to Santa Monica, so I was like, screw it, and I just jumped on the PCH and just drove up north on the PCH there because it's hard. You don't get stuck in traffic too bad once you get out of Santa Monica and Malibu north of there and that kind of thing. Then the traffic lightens up on the PCH as you get up there, and then you get to see the ocean and all that. Yeah, it's a great drive there. It's awesome. And I think that the PCH where I was at, that was actually a site of a movie location because if you watch the end credits to the movie Inner Space with Dennis Quaid and Martin Short from back in 1987. During the end credits, they are driving, I believe, on the PCH around that area of Malibu and Santa Monica, or north of there, I should say. So,
yeah. It's funny because in Santa Monica, it's been used a lot for movies, and that's why I decided to take my South African friend there because I know when you turn this corner that you're gonna see it, and I'm like, you're gonna recognize this place as soon as we see it, and we go in park. And I take him out, and we get to the place. He's like, "Oh my God, I've seen this 1,000 times." I'm like, "Yeah, this is the Southern California place."
Right, exactly. The pier and all that stuff, right? Yeah, you got the carnival and all that stuff there, all the rides there. So you see that's a lot of movies. The Santa Monica little archway that they have there before you go to, that's world famous. You see that in a lot of stuff. So yeah, very chill.
I think it's way more fun in the movies, though.
Yeah, it's
they make it look more fun than it actually is.
Right. Well, especially during the 2020 Summer of Love riots, I can imagine that it was much more fun in the movies than it was during that. Because I remember Santa Monica was part of the Summer of Love riots there. Because I remember watching that footage of the Summer of Love, the LA edition of the Summer of Love riots there. And on that main track, I forget what that is. I can't remember what the main street is in downtown Santa Monica. Okay, you want to say Pacific or whatever the hell it is. But they were riding in there, and they were like breaking the windows in like some of my favorite bars there. They have like this British pub place.
Oh, I love that place.
Yeah, it's got the
best fish and chips.
Oh yeah, it's got like the red and black like decor and all that stuff there on the outside, and you walk. It's very, very cool. And I was like, well, no, don't tear that. No, don't break that window. No. It's like watching it live. Like, no, don't take that garbage can and break that window. No, like just tearing shit up, during the Summer of Love and that kind of thing. But yeah.
We haven't had that yet, though, right? We haven't had that kind of meltdown yet.
We haven't. No. I think that they're a little disoriented at this point because I think like a lot of them thought that they had it in the bag. But they didn't count on Peanut the squirrel being killed.
That's right.
So
maybe that softened their hearts a little bit. And they're like,
maybe.
okay, I get it because Peanut was killed.
Yeah, exactly.
We can all rally around that.
Yeah, maybe even the Antifa dweebs living in their mommy's basement saw, the Peanut footage, of that sad story of him and Fred being euthanized. And maybe they heard that Sarah McLachlan song, in their heads. And they're like, you know what? We were going to ask mommy for permission to stay out late tonight and grab our little black umbrellas and dress in all black and start breaking some shit, and that kind of thing. But you know what? I've been moved by that Peanut story. And all I hear is Sarah McLachlan, in my head. As you would imagine, it's probably pretty hard for some Antifa goon to break shit when Sarah McLachlan is, stuck in their head the whole time. So you're just not getting that breaking shit vibe when you've got Sarah McLachlan, up in your noggin.
I like it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Man. Sarah McLachlan, Antifa topic. Kitty, go.
No, you've covered it well. You've got the gift of gab.
Yeah. A Larry King, like, Kitty from California, go.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I never watched Larry King, but I think I do know what you're referencing.
Oh, yeah. That's how we used to take phone calls. He'd be like, Tony from Waukesha, go.
Yeah.
Culture Americana.
Also, I did see in the chat earlier when we were talking about where I live, people were saying Big Bear. And yes, I am on that mountain, but not in Big Bear.
Oh, okay. The only thing I know about Big Bear is, and this is a grim memory of Big Bear, is they had that ex-cop from L.A. or the ex-cop that went on that shooting spree, I think it was.
I remember.
Yeah, and he holed up in a cabin in Big Bear, and they pinned him down up in Big Bear and snuffed that guy. I think they ended up taking his ass out up in Big Bear.
I think didn't they set the house on fire or something?
Might have. Yeah.
I think it was something like that, or he set the house on fire. I don't know.
Yeah,
Weird.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think they probably heard him in there going, the roof is on. They say, hey, I guess we don't have to shoot anybody. He's going to burn himself. He's pulling a Waco. Oh yeah, I have a very dark sense of humor, Kitty. If you haven't picked up on that,
I like
far,
it.
So. Yeah, exactly. El Culture Americano. I appreciate the $1 Rumble rant right there. It says Lindy is huge as a Hobbit foot cosplay spaces. To Agent X6, he's directing that as well. And then we got I'm Sean Cav with another $1 Rumble rant. Lindy feet pics 50% off. I know a guy. Yes. Yes. I imagine they're probably playing that song. It's like I got a drink in my hand, my toes in the sand. All I need is some beautiful girls, or some beautiful feet there. So
yeah, you guys, TDP people over here, a bunch of little weirdos.
They're basically just one big locker room in here, just yeah. We're
I'm excited.
Maturity.
I'm excited because I'm going to visit all the podcasts in this week. So I'm hanging out with you guys this week. I'm excited.
Yeah. Boy, are you in for a treat.
I am.
Ready your mind, your soul, your body there. I mean, that kind of thing. So got to love it. I wonder if these guys are talking about, they had that one post on X there where some guy was trolling. It was like a legendary troll to all the libtards out there right now, basically saying something to the effect of, if I know you're sad about Kamala losing this election here, but if you want to show your support, take a picture of your feet, everybody on the left there, and show your support, or something like that.
Okay.
Just to see how many libtards would actually take a picture of their feet or something like that. So I'm sure I'm probably totally hosing up the content of that post right there. But I was like, oh, that's perfect, because they're the kind of dumbasses that would do that kind of thing. Kind of like when remember in Africa they had like the gangs or the militia. I forget what the names of them are over in Africa, but they were like kidnapping these girls for nefarious, disgusting purposes over in Africa. And so the left thought, including Michelle Obama and Julia Roberts, they thought, what will help save those girls that were kidnapped in Africa? If we put in free it was like some kind of thing on Instagram. It wasn't a black square. It was like free the girls or girl freedom or something like that. They put them there as
a pointless
solidarity.
social media thing.
Exactly, just virtual signaling right there. And I'm sure, like, those girls over in Africa, I'm sure they were sitting there, guns in their faces, going, you know what will save us? Michelle Obama, that stupid twit, putting some stupid Instagram thing on her profile, like that'll save us right there, so, or some Navy SEALs, they might help. So, but hey, while I got you here, Kitty, I don't want to, cause everybody to miss out on some good information about Flip City Magazine, because everybody, you guys got to get your hands on some Flip City Magazine here. We've got the link in the description down there, making it very easy for you there. But and you know what? You're permitted to laugh, Kitty. You're totally permitted to laugh if I ask you these questions and you're like, "Oh my God, that is the lamest, corniest question I've ever asked. I've ever been asked." Like, who writes these questions for you, Van? Or are you the idiot who writes these questions? Like, if you want to react that way, that's totally cool. I will only cry a little bit. So there we go.
That sounds great.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready for the sigh and the eye roll. That's how I'll react.
Sigh and the eye roll. That might even be worse than you just unleashing on me and going, my God, you're ridiculous, Van. You're a moron. So that, the sigh and the eye roll might hit me a little harder. So here we go. All right. So what was the driving force, like the main motivation for you, like in creating Flip City Magazine there? I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
So for me, well, and that's the thing too. So Flip City Magazine is created by myself and my husband, Scott McKenzie. He is the creative behind Flip City. He is the hilarious one.
The wind beneath your wings.
He is. He might say I'm the wind beneath his wings. Anyway, so
he should, if he knows what's good for him, right?
He's super talented and very, very funny and all that good stuff. Anyway, so we've been conspiracy theorists for many, many years, basically knowing the government is poop and and kind of tyrants and all that kind of stuff. And we wanted to use our talents and skills to push back on it. And so we thought of a lot of different things that we could do. One of the main things that we wanted to do was do animation and release them online for free and build an audience because we have those talents and skills as well. Thing is, sweat equity is insane when you're doing animation because you have to draw it and animate it and all this. And then put it out there for free in hopes that people are going to find it and then boost it and all that stuff. It was too risky. So we decided to take all these great ideas that we had to kind of make tyrants eat shit, including woke people and cancel culture people and all that. That was our main goal. We wanted to make people eat shit and also entertain our side or the sane people of the world. We wanted to entertain them. So we decided to basically take all these ideas and put it in print form with the eventual goal of turning them into animations and all that stuff. So basically, long story short, if you're following Flip City everywhere, you're going to kind of see an evolution of how you take an idea from creation in your head all the way through animation. If, basically by saying, okay, some of the stuff that we're printing in the magazine, that's a storyboard, right? And some of the stuff that's been printed in the magazine is now animation over on our YouTube channel. So, that's kind of the reason why it was kind of like flip the bird to the man, entertain people. And it's been fun and scary as well.
Oh, I bet. Exactly. Well, nothing worth having is without risk, right? And with and you're going to go through some scary situations and that kind of thing. But it just makes you appreciative of, when you find that success here, as you surely will in the future. It makes for maybe some funny stories, and it helps you appreciate, where you ended up after all of that right there. But was there like a specific event or events that really set you and your husband off that motivated you to want to start this?
No, but just how things worked out is we printed our very first magazine was printed and put on sale in March of 2020. So right when COVID hit. So our very first magazine cover, I wish I had it sitting here with me, but it's a virus with a mask. And that was conceptualized and done in February of 2020. Scott brought it to me and said, "Hey, what do you think about this for the cover?"
Yeah.
And this is before it's a huge deal. And I'm like,
Right.
this is going to be in and out of the news cycle
Yeah.
in no time. But he's so dialed in to like, what's happening in the grand scheme of things that he's like, no. This is the thing. This is the thing they're going to be tyrants and be weirdos about. And I'm like, okay, well, let's run with it. And holy moly, look what happened.
Yeah, because February, that was before everything went to really went to shit, and the whole world stopped and that kind of thing. Because I think it was, what was it, March 15th or 16th or
that's like 2 weeks to stop the spread or slow the spread.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks to stop the spread, and then 2.5 years to flatten the curve. So but it was like 30 days to flatten the curve, which turned into 2 years to flatten the curve there. But yeah, because I remember making virus jokes during the Super Bowl. With the Super Bowl that year, because that's when you first started to hear whispers about some kind of virus coming out of Asia. And
when you're seeing people fall over dead in China,
right? Yeah, you saw those viral videos, like somebody some guy just fell over in China right there, just keeled over,
exploded.
Yeah, yeah, and frogs came out of his head, and but it was like the whispers of it. That was the beginning of it, but I remember. So that's how I remember that. Yeah, by the Super Bowl, the whispers about it, the rumors about it were out there, but it wasn't to the point where people were loading up toilet paper in the back of their truck and people were putting on masks and loading up on supplies. It wasn't quite that bad. Because I thought it was going to be just some kind of sometimes you hear about the bird flu come in, you hear reports on the news, but it doesn't end up affecting you, right? It's like some area way over there or some other area way over there. It never affects you. And, I'm pretty confident saying for pretty much all of us, this is the first virus where it just turned the world upside down. It turned all our lives upside down, even more than 9/11, because even 9/11, it was a big event, but it's more like New York, DC, an unfortunate field in Pennsylvania, in Texas, while I was lived in Iowa at the time, but it didn't really affect me in Iowa, except for if I wanted to fly somewhere for a period of time, I couldn't get on a flight, or prices. I think gas prices went up or something like that, but it didn't have the impact on us like COVID did, because with COVID, it's just mask up, and stay inside and wipe down your grocery bag and that kind of thing. So I didn't have to do that with 9/11. 9/11, the planes didn't hit the World Trade Center. And then a day later, hey, clean your, wipe down your garbage bags, wear a mask. Wear a mask. It's a terrorist attack. What the hell's that have to do with
it? Well, that's, I really tried to talk Scott into, us taking a cross-country road trip during COVID, because I wanted to have my camera on me, because I wanted to take a bunch of stock footage of abandoned streets in all the cities. I know that would be worth money.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's amazing. When you watch a movie now, that was made prior to 9/11. And you see the two towers, see the Twin Towers up there. And it's just, to me, it's surreal, because I'll watch a movie, from the 80s in New York City. You watch Ghostbusters or something like that. Or I just watched a movie not too long ago, Blue Steel, with Jamie Lee Curtis. She's an NYPD police officer. And there's the Twin Towers there. And it's just kind of weird seeing them.
I actually, so about every 5 to 7 years, I rewatch all of The Sopranos. And this last rewatch, I'm I'm really going to pay attention for what they did during 9/11.
Yeah.
So I had forgotten. I'm like, do they really talk about it? What do they do? And it is actually really part of The Sopranos. But the opening credits, because the first three seasons, they have the Twin Towers in it. I'm like, well, what did they replace that with? And so I found that out.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, I'm Sean Cab. He's our resident Sopranos expert there. So if you
Ooh.
want to know any Sopranos trivia, if you have any Sopranos questions, he is your Sopranos fact outlet right there. So
That's
yeah.
good to know because I'm hanging out with him in his space tomorrow. So
Oh
maybe we
yeah.
can talk some Sopranos.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, if you want that conversation, to go as long as you want it, then yeah, I'm sure bring up the Sopranos. And same with me, but I'm sure I don't have like the Sopranos knowledge crawling around up in my noggin like Sean does here because I've only seen it once. But yeah, great
It's
show.
so rewatchable.
Yeah,
So rewatchable.
I want to rewatch that and Game of Thrones as well. I want to watch The Shield again. Remember The Shield?
No, I've never seen The Shield, but you literally just said the two series that I have watched way too many. My husband banned me from watching Game of Thrones anymore. It's like you have seen that enough.
Right.
It's just one of those things. Like I like to fall asleep to Game of Thrones for some reason.
Oh yeah, there. Let Daenerys sing you a sweet lullaby.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like, or Roose Bolton or something like that. It's like I can't imagine somebody falling asleep to Game of Thrones, but hey, if it works for you, hey, by all means.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yes, it's the Battle of the Bastards episode. I'm going to sleep like a baby.
Oh, right. Exactly. That was a great episode, that's for sure. So, so another question here for you. So I was reading in your article with Nerdrotic where whoever wrote that or whoever interviewed him was asking him if he believes like in the future of alternative media and if alternative media, if it's going to take an uptick, right? If there's going to be upswing in the popularity of alternative media. And so in that interview, I'm guessing was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago or something like that. But my question to you is, so with the election of Trump, do you think like that is going to create like this massive upswing in alternative media like Flip City Magazine, where it's outside of the mainstream and that kind of thing?
That's actually a really fantastic question. I don't think I've ever been asked something like that, so I can't sigh and roll my eyes.
Damn it.
So it's funny because it's actually kind of funny because I was just talking to a really dear friend and our publishing consultant that I met pretty much right at the start of Flip City Magazine, and he's been giving us really great advice for free for the last 5 years. So we're like good buddies, and we were talking about alternative media and the trust in, the legacy media. And he told me that apparently trust in legacy media right now is at like 8% or something.
Right. Yep.
So I'm like, oh wow, this is actually really amazing. And something that he proposed, and I agreed with him, was that with the alternative media, we'd love to see less commentary on the legacy media. Like, just start ignoring them. Let's start being our own journalists now. Like, we find the news that we're going to talk about and expose and all that kind of stuff. So yes, I personally do believe there is, with Trump and with what legacy media did to itself, it killed itself,
exactly.
Because everybody knows it's just propaganda now. And it's like, once you finally figure that out, how can you go back?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they pissed it away right there. Yeah, because I mean, they're all getting it from the same place. They all go to J school. They all go to journalism school, and they're all getting indoctrinated from the same places. Okay, because obviously there's multiple J schools out there, but then they all end up in the same occupation, right? They're at CBS and NBC and ABC, and so they get good and indoctrinated with all the communism that you could choke down your throat right there in a J school. And they bring that crap, into the media here. And we got to deal with that. They're coming at it with that attitude of oppressed versus oppressor. And you have to divvy everybody up into race and gender and all that crap and whatnot. Gone are the days of Edward R. Murrow and Walter Cronkite and that kind of thing. Just telling it straight down the line. Because Walter Cronkite, he was a rabid liberal. But you would never know it from watching, from his broadcast.
Yeah, because he was an actual journalist with integrity.
Yeah,
At least
exactly.
for a while. Well, that's the thing. You had a second part of that question with, and is Flip City kind of wrapped up in that? I really hope so.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think right at the beginning I had mentioned, hey, thank goodness Trump's back because we really need people to be confident again in purchasing. That's
bet.
what we personally need. We need people supporting the magazine because we're reader funded only.
Right.
And that's how you stay independent. You're not beholden to any advertisers or anything like that. Although we do have advertising in the magazine and stuff like that, but we won't ever change our content if an advertiser doesn't like it. So we really are dependent on having a readership,
Right.
and we consider ourselves, because we're not journalists. We're a satire magazine, so we're
Sure.
entertainment. So we kind of look at it more like as Hollywood and entertainment keep shooting themselves in the foot and being lame and writing for woke people and DEI and all that. We're trying to like be the alternative to that. So I guess we kind of like cross over on both fronts, because like we do interviews like we did with Nerdrotic.
Yeah.
I asked Salty Cracker if he was gonna do an interview with us, and I've been turned down for the second time. So sorry guys, no Salty Cracker. I don't know. It's Mrs. Salty. I love her, but she's like, too busy. I'm like, but I didn't even give you a date. I love you. I love you.
Oh yeah, exactly. Just keep on them, like Glenn Close and Fatal Attraction. Maybe not boil a rabbit. Don't boil a rabbit or anything like that. So, but yeah, just did you ever see that movie Fatal Attraction?
Oh, like forever ago. And
yeah.
I have a problem remembering movies. It makes me somebody that if you have a favorite movie, I can watch it over and over again and be like, oh, that was great. I think I have early onset dementia. Or too much beer. I don't know.
One of the two. Yeah, exactly. One of those you can do something very easily about to cure it. Yeah, right. The other one, not so much. Right. You'll end up like Biden. But yeah, it's in Fatal Attraction, she boils a rabbit. She takes her pet rabbit and boils it on their stove. So that's what that reference was to right there. We got some good Rumble Rant activity over here in the live chat. Channel 2 Action News with the $10 Rumble Rant. I only Rumble Rant for my deep-seated need for attention right there. So, well, at Channel 2 Action News, we aims to please, all right? You have got our attention right there. So hopefully we have assuaged your insecurity for at least the next few minutes. So you've got you've got our attention right there. And so I am going to drink
I have something, since Channel 2 Action News really likes attention, and that's why he gives people money. Like, I guarantee you, if you buy something from Flip City Magazine, I will pay attention to you. As much as you can email me every day if you want. We can be like new BFFs if you become a Flip City subscriber. I mean, those are my favorite people in the entire world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe Channel 2 Action News can get his own. Yeah, right. Exactly. Now, I'll let it slide. There you go. So I'll try not to take it too hard. But maybe Channel 2 Action News could get his own column, there, or letter to Channel 2 Action News, and every week or every issue, it's a letter to Channel 2 Action News or something like that. So, if the money is right, Channel 2 Action News, all right. So, yeah. He's good. He's doing a great job. He's doing God's work. I always call people who give me Rumble Rants God's work. That's my way of bribing them in a religious sense to give me more money. So, yes, I like to fool them and say, hey, you can buy your way into heaven. You just have to give me Rumble Rants right there. So, yeah.
Jesus will love you more.
Exactly. Yeah. Jesus loves you. This I know. If you give me plenty of dough. Yeah, there you go. Gotta love it. But no, yeah, Flip City Magazine, I think that, now that I think that more people are going to have more disposable cash and they're going to be in a better mood. They're going to want to laugh. They're going to want some funny, and Flip City Magazine gives them exactly that right there. And it's edgy because I think Flip City Magazine, I think of it as punk rock, right? They say like,
I love it.
They say like being conservative and maybe not even being conservative, just being common sense. And if you want to put the label conservative on them, that's cool. Let's keep it I just call it common sense and being patriotic. They say that's the new punk rock, right? I think Vivek even said that, said, hey, you want to be punk rock, you want to be cool, then go on a college campus and say that you're a conservative, right? Go out there and get married and have lots of babies. That's punk rock. That's Johnny Rotten, right? That's back in the punk rock days. Sid Vicious, all that. Now, of course, Sid Vicious is still with us. He'd probably be telling us, "You got to get that jab, man. You got to get that jab. You got to do what the government tells you to do."
But not Johnny Rotten.
No, not Johnny Rotten. Yep.
And in fact, he stayed with his wife. They never divorced, and he took care of her while she was dying.
Good.
Like Johnny Rotten really was like super punk rock with his wife.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But then you got the Green Days and Rage Against the Machine, and they're the Rage Against the Machine they turn from Rage Against the Machine to Rage for the Machine. Gone is
do what they tell you.
Exactly, yeah. Gone is fuck you. I'm not going to do what you tell me. It's fuck you, government. I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do. So gotta love it right there. Like Tom Morello and Zach De La Rocha. Man, what a couple of hacks.
But thank you so much for saying we're punk rock, because I really do feel that way. I'm like, this is pretty edgy and punk rock. And one creator that we love very, very much, his name is James Evan Pilato, and he's been doing an internet radio thing for like 20 years. And awesome music. It's basically like college radio, but the theme changes every single day. James Evan Pilato, Media Monarchy. But his quote on our website basically says that. He's like, it's like punk rock and comedy committed a murder-suicide. But now there's Flip City. So it, turns into something.
Turns into something, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
And right. We got, yes, Christy, let's talk from Channel 2 Action News. More attention.
I love it.
There you go. Channel 2 Action News. You should be go subscribe. Flip City Magazine. Go subscribe. Down in the description, there's a link for Flip City Magazine. There, I can never say it too much. Right there.
Hey Van, if you don't mind, I do want to plug one thing real quick.
Yeah.
So something I've been doing on my podcast tour, and why I'm touring podcasts. I'm so happy to finally meet you, because I know I've been in your chat and your stuff and stuff. And I love your guys' gift for gab, because I do not quite have that on my own show. I get all tongue tied. So I really appreciate that. But the reason I'm doing a podcast tour is because we have a live crowdfunding campaign, and something that's really, really super duper fun while I'm on podcasts is to see donations, because they're live, they're live right there. fundmycomic.com/flipcity23, and you can get stuff for as cheap as $6. Dude.
Okay. So yeah,
Channel 2 Action News. I know he's got hefty, thick pockets. Go to that link.
Apparently did. Yeah, he's the Donald Trump of the live chat over here. He's giving out the cash right there. It's gotta love it. So yeah, and if you want, kid, if you want to put whatever links in the live chat you want, by all means. You were mentioning that gentleman with the great music. If he's got a link in there that you want to put in the live chat, that's totally cool. Right there. I know somebody right here that probably will listen to Culture Americano. He's punk sock. So there you go.
I'm just thinking sock puppets, which I love. I love sock puppets a lot.
I was thinking, I don't know if we want to know what you do with your socks there, Culture Americana right there. So, but we love it. Yeah, punk sock. I like it. There. That sounds like a name. Like a good name for a comedy magazine or a funny magazine. Punk sock there as well. So, and Ravage Battle. Yeah, donate, bigots. There you go. Get in there. All right. So. Donate. There you go. After you're done leaving that Nazi rally at Madison Square Garden, take some of that cash and donate right there. So, all kinds of good stuff right there. So yeah, I'm stalking her already. Don't tell me what to do.
I like it.
It's good to have a project. It's good to have goals and that kind of thing. So, and I'm Sean Cab. He preaches the good word. More cash means more subs, means more creators. Yes.
That's right. And that's the thing too. I really appreciate Sean. We don't talk very much, but I had a really nice conversation maybe 6 months ago with him where he was basically talking about how to gain followers. I just felt like he was wise.
Oh, right.
in what he does.
Oh,
And all that.
yeah.
And I've seen him growing and all that, and he's on his grind. Like
It is.
my favorite Sean though is him drunk. I like Sean drunk because he gets all like lispy
Oh, right.
and stuff. I love him.
Exactly. Yeah. The best Sean is a drunk Sean there. So, and we have to thank the booze for that. So, because it provides good quality entertainment. Okay. So, yeah, his drunkenness is our entertainment. So,
Yes.
yes.
And that's the thing too that I'm a little disappointed because he said he has to be on the road by 6 tomorrow, so we had to do our little space earlier. So if he's going to be on the road, I know he's not going to be drunk. So I'm a little pissed that I don't get drunk Sean tomorrow.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you're out there, Sean,
Gonna get totally sober. Hey, would you like me to do your taxes, Sean? There. So, yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did drop my buddy Media Monarchy's website in the chat. You guys,
Good.
anybody that likes a variety of music and also like meme reviews and comedy, he's just great. I love him. I love James Evan Pilato. Go check it out.
Check it out right there. So, yeah, exactly. I love music. At least having some music on in the background while you're doing something else or something like that. So, Culture Americana, I'm a federal Kamala supporter who's really bad at my yob. Okay. It's like, is it a silent J? It's yob, not job. Love it.
Culture Americano's yelling at me. And I feel threatened. I'm almost literally
yeah. Look at
shaking.
that right there. It's like
He's yelling at me.
he's having problems controlling the volume of his voice.
But I was just saying, I was being complimentary of how much I love drunk Sean.
Yeah, don't you know this is the 21st century. Saying somebody you like them better when they're drunk, that's a compliment right there. So exactly, that's spreading goodwill and cheer to the whole world there. But everybody get in there. Yeah, there's MediaMonarchy.com address there. Get in there and let's bring some traffic to MediaMonarchy.com. Let's crash that server. Okay, let's do it. All right, so
Do it.
I want his
Tell
ISPs.
Flip City sent you.
Exactly. I want his ISPs lights flickering in the office, people. All right, so let's not half-ass this shit. Let's get it done. All right, so and
but actually, I'm gonna change it. You guys just floodfundmycomic.com/FlipCity23. Forget Media Monarchy. I love him, but I have to promote myself.
Every woman and man for themselves. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah, forget that. Channel 2 Action News with yet another $10 Rumble rant. I'll tell you. Everybody else in the live chat, he's making you look like a little bitch. All right, so because Channel 2 Action News is bringing the cash. All right, so apparently Channel 2 Action News is the only one that got the word that we are pretty soon going to be much more flush with cash, thanks to the guy who just won the presidency. All right, okay, he's going to drill, baby, drill, and then we're going to be able to spill, baby, spill more of that cash to the thrill. Okay, gotta love it. All right, so just expect that you're going to have all kinds of cash because Channel 2 Action News, he's a prognosticator of prognosticators, apparently, because he's throwing cash our way. Okay, so the rest of you guys need to step up your game.
That's pretty good. Like, yeah. I think you've made like $50 already on this stream.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, Channel 2 Action News, and some other folks have donated as well. So I'm not leaving you guys out. You guys are
donators.
Exactly. Appreciate that. Right. They're playing cautious with the stock market. So we're Channel 2 Action News. He's like the aggressive investor. Okay, so he's going nuts and whoa. Whoa, Lindy Rigg stepping up to the plate right there. Okay.
Damn.
He is like, he was like, he grabbed his bat, he stepped up to the plate right there, and he just cranked it out of the park right there.
Like, I've just realized how valuable your friends are.
Yeah, they are. They much more. I don't just love them for their money. Oh, yeah, I love them for their charming personalities. And cash. There you go. But Channel,
I do love how fast your chat's been moving. That's fun. I love active chats.
Oh yeah, these guys do it.
You had said, Van, that you've been doing this for a couple of years.
Couple of years, yeah, because I started out with just doing a podcast, like an audio only podcast, doing Movies Merica. with that. So I was just on Apple Podcasts, a Google Podcasts there at the beginning, and a few other podcast locations, just doing one show a week and then me and Sean, I met Sean there, I think in a Twitter space, and we just hooked up, and Sean brought me on board, asked me if I wanted to join the Till Death Podcast Network there. Was very nice of him. I appreciate that. It's I've never regretted it for a minute since he did that. And so that forced me to up my game, because now, they were on screen, right? They were on camera. I was just audio only. And so I was like, man, I want to be on camera as well, because I've heard being on video, that's where you're going to get the most traffic, that kind of thing. And, and me, when I was thinking about that, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be on camera. I don't like being out there and that kind of thing. But it's like anything, Kitty, right? I mean, you're on camera. If you have that initial trepidation, eventually you get over that, right? And
yes,
that kind of thing. So you do something enough, you get over it. So then once, I became part of the proud Till Death Podcast Network dynasty, the empire. Then I upped my game up to doing a Sunday show, which is my spoiler-free review I do on Sundays, and then tonight's show, Thursday, my spoiler-heavy show on camera. So I'm bad at time and all that stuff, but I'd say I've been doing the 2-show thing for a couple years now, I think, and then I did a podcast for a year and a half before that as well. So.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, too. I don't know if this took you getting used to, but is I started streaming regularly about a year ago, and it's been a learning curve to remember to interact with the chat, because my format is like we're doing now, and interviews. So I do need to pay attention to my guest. But I think I do want to add another day of streaming where I do it alone, see how I can blah, blah, blah all by myself, and really just hang out with the chat, because I have a few people that watch me every week, and I'm like, all right, let's try this out.
Exactly. Yeah. It's I come at it from, being on the live chat on other shows. I come at it from that perspective of, I type in a live chat message, and they're gonna splay it. They're gonna read this one for sure. This is I just typed in some brilliance here, and then they don't even mention it, and I'm like, what the fuck, And then and so I'll come at it from that perspective. So I don't want to be that guy that just lets some word of genius fly by and that kind of. Now I know inevitably I will be, because when you do this thing, sometimes you get so many live chats. It's not personal. You just miss some stuff, right? You really, in a perfect world, I wish I could put every live chat on here and respond to every live chat and whatnot. But we'd be in here. This live stream would go for 27 months, right? If I did that. So, and I'm not trying to brag up my live chat. I'm so popular. I'm not trying.
I think you might be.
Yeah,
I'm seeing how they're throwing money at you. I mean, it's almost like they're flashing you tonight.
Oh yeah, woo, right there, and then Ravage Battle.
So bad.
Yeah, I mean, Ravage Battle. Keep it on the down low. No one's supposed to know that we're paid to be there. Okay, there we go. Exactly. I buy my live chat right there, so I appreciate that. But yeah, you guys, Lindy Rigg, man, coming with the fitty.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
Oh, yeah. He dropped the gauntlet. All right. So Lindy Rigg, so far, he has been the one to pull Excalibur out of the Rumble Rant stone. All right. So he gets to go home and hook up with Guinevere. All right. Okay. Because he pulled the Rumble Rant sword out of the stone. Do you? I don't think so. There you go. All right. And speaking of Excalibur, great movie from the early 80s, Excalibur. So. And Culture Americana with $1 right there. Appreciate that. He says, I am a product of the Kamala economy. Kamalanomics not working out for you there, Culture Americana right there. We park our car in the same garage on that, so I totally understand right there. Culture Americana gives us big bananas to be there right there. Yes. There we go. Yeah, is that the Spinal Tap song, Big Bananas? No, that's Big Bottom. My bad. So, this is Spinal Tap. Excalibur out of his butthole right there. So, that's on the movies Merica Too Hot for TV episode that'll be coming on later on tonight. Exactly. It's too hot for this time of the night. there. So I would be remiss there, Kitty, if I didn't ask you. So what are you like the most proud of with Flip City Magazine so far? So, do you look back on something like, man, there's a milestone we met that I'm just like, I'm so thrilled, or is there like an interview that you're thrilled to have gotten or something?
Dang. That is a fantastic question, because it really makes me look back through our first 5 years and try to categorize, because we have had a lot of wins. But just because you said interview, I have been able to meet heroes because of the magazine. So one of my very favorite content creators or news people is James Corbett. He is an open source journalist. I believe he is a genius.
Oh, yeah.
And he has a dry sense of humor. I just think he's a great guy. I send him the magazine, and because he has this show, he does a series of different shows, and he has one called Solutions Watch. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to send him the magazine with a letter saying, hey, we have this solution as well, right? Like, we're making this magazine. This is how we're impacting culture. This is our solution. He freaking loved the magazine and wrote back to me, told me he loved the magazine. Then he had us on his show and interviewed us. And then we interviewed him for the magazine. So we're kind of like friends. We're not really friends. He lives in Japan and stuff, but I freaking love James Corbett. So, I mean, it just felt good to be appreciated by somebody who's very intellectual.
Yeah.
And be understood, really, because we're a shit rag. I mean, that's really what our brand is. We're a shit rag. But it really is an intellectual thing,
Oh, right.
We're pushing back on all the bullshit. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It felt good. So that was great. And then I think one of our more recent wins is we were just accepted into Diamond, which is the top distributor of comic book stores around the world.
Wow. Okay.
So we got accepted to be distributed by them. Not that means immediate success, because you still need to market to the comic book people and all that. But we have a distributor that goes to retail. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is very, very cool. So at least you've got that outlet now for distribution. So now it sounds like things are so now it's kind of the onus is on you, where you've got the marketing that, like you said, you have to do, but now at least you have an outlet for your hard work to be parlayed, into more circulation, perhaps.
Right.
There. So.
Well, it'll feel good to be on shelves and in the brick and mortars, but I have my work cut out for me. I'm going to be doing a lot of guerrilla marketing, calling comic book shops saying, hey, the new Mad Magazine's out there. If you're not
Exactly, it's right there. And then also, I mean, it's got to be kind of surreal if you walk in one of those shops and you see Flip City Magazine there on the shelves, right there. Kind of like rock bands. They're like, the first time we heard our song on the radio was so cool, or if they're on the Rolling Stone magazine or something like that. So maybe not that big, but it'd be pretty cool. Very cool.
I got to thank Battle Ravage, because that's how I know him on Twitter. Because it's not Ravage Battle, it's Battle Ravaged over on Twitter. Says Flip City is better than Crumb, and allowing me to use it. And thank you, sir. I will.
Yeah, let's put that up there right there.
Flip City section.
Better than Crumb, right there. Yeah, there you go. It's a good recommendation right there. So Ravage Battle, like that. So do it. There you go. Put it up there. All right.
I know. You know what I did, and I'm actually a little disappointed in Lindy, but I'm only kidding because you obviously have money, but I'm not really kidding, but I am. I opened my campaign, and nobody's donated yet. Nobody has gone over to our campaign and bought a Flip-a-City.
Oh, man, come on.
Flip-a-City.
Get over there. Come on. Look, be a good Italian. All right, there you go. All right, we don't want to have you swimming with the fishes, if you don't go over there. Come on, capiche? Get over there. Look at what they did to my boy. Look what they did.
What else are we doing tonight? I thought we were going to make fun of some meltdowns.
Oh, we are. We are going to do that right here, but not before I congratulate Channel 2 Action News. He is the new wielder of Excalibur because he's coming at us with a $55 Rumble rant right here. It says at LindyRig87. Here, just hack Channel 2's Rumble account. Suck it, Channel 2, yes. You loser.
Loser.
Whoa, there you go. All right. So that's
I like this show. We get to abuse the chat.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah. Dance, monkeys, dance. Yeah.
Hey, maybe I need to talk to Sean and Ian, be like, can I be part of the Till Death Podcast Network? You guys are cool.
So yeah, maybe Kitty, maybe we'll let you sit at our lunch table. All right, maybe. All right, so there you go. Maybe we will.
It's so funny because I have that typical like female insecurity, and like I'm like, please let me.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. I bought these new clothes. Let me into the club right there. So yeah. I got a Trapper Keeper just like you guys. Come on, yeah.
Oh, Trapper Keeper.
Now that's an 80s reference.
I like a peachy better though. I mean, who didn't love a peachy?
Apparently I didn't even know about those right there. So I guess I'm not cool.
Are you kidding me? You don't know what a peachy is?
I have no idea. Is that from the 80s?
Yeah.
Educate me.
Oh my gosh. It was just a paper folder with the pockets on the inside, but it had a very specific design, but people would add to them. I can't believe you don't know what a peachy is. I'll tag you on Twitter. I will find stuff to show you.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be like, you'll send me a picture, be like, oh, those? It's going to be that. Maybe. It's going to be that. Like, I didn't even know that, what the names of those were and whatnot. So, because that's happened to me before where somebody like will say some name like, oh yeah, I use this Gooba Dooba. What the hell's a Gooba Dooba? And then they send me the picture like, oh, that? Oh, okay. What the hell? Like, oh, never even knew what the name of that thing was right there. So, all right, let's do this here real quick. We're going to switch it up here and add some little variety by letting everybody know about TDPN.locals.com. You see it right up there at the very tippy top. And that is our Till Death Podcast Network website, TDPN.locals.com. That's where we're going to find videos about movies and entertainment and politics, hot button sizzling topics of the day. You probably hear, about, the Trump win, or you might find a great recipe for a spicy old fashioned there if you're into cocktail recipes, that kind of thing. So you can find stuff at tdpn.locals.com in a way, in a style that you will not find anywhere else. All right. So get there. And as you see down below, right now, if you put in promo code TDPN, you get 1 month free membership. That's right. You are the VIP of the TDPN.locals.com dance club right there. Okay. You get to sit up in the VIP section. You get bottle service. You get the hot waitresses. You get to go to maybe not all that. Okay. I think I'm overselling it, but you get to do cool shit. Okay. For free. And then after that 1 month free membership, then it's only $3. Okay. Now that we're going to go into a Trump economy, $3, that's like 3 cents. Come on, right there. So especially the Channel 2 Action News and Lindy Rig right there, $3. What the hell? That's nothing. That's a pittance to them right there. But get there, go to tdpn.locals.com. Don't be the last person amongst your friends or family to go to the website. All right. Don't be that guy like, hey, everybody, I went to tdpn.locals.com. You should go. And then all your family's like, yeah, dude, we're already members, man. What the hell? Way to be late to the party there, Sherlock. There you go. So don't be that person right there. All right. So get it done. All right. And then real quick, hit that like button down there. Hit that like button right there. Just like Lindy Rig and Channel 2 Action News and Culture Americano are hitting that Rumble Rant button right there. Hit that like button. Now, if you have to choose between the two, hit the Rumble Rant button for sure and throw some cash my way right here, because, those braces for my 27 kids, they ain't free. All right. They cost. All right. Daddy needs to come up with some money. All right. And so Rumble Rants help with that. But hey, if you're recovering from the Kamalanomics, then yeah, go ahead and hit that like button down there if you would. I would appreciate it. Or hit that subscribe or follow button down there as well if you haven't already. If you already have, don't touch it. All right, there you go. Don't pull an MC Hammer, can't touch this. All right, so don't do that. Notification bell, hit the notification bell down there as well. Again, unless you already have. All right. And then, hey, if you're watching this show later on, if you're not watching it live, like all the cool people in the live chat are right now, because they're the best. They're the coolest, all right? So they're the coolest because they're watching it live and they're in the live chat. But if you're not quite as cool as the coolest kids in the lunchroom like them, and you're watching this later, you're watching it in 2 weeks or 5 years from now, first off, hi, thanks for watching. But you can get in the comments down below and let me know what you think about the show, which you're probably going to say some mean shit because I just insulted you and said you're not quite as cool and you're kind of lame for not being here on a live basis right there. So I'm not making any friends amongst people that are going to watch this show later on. But all that to say, you can get in the comments and let me know what you think of the show. Don't hold back. Constructive criticism is totally cool. I am not delicate. I am not fragile, no matter what I look like. I can take the criticism, or if you want to slather on the praise, right? If you want to be be a slobbering fan in the comments and lather me up with compliments, that's totally cool as well. All right, enough about that. Let's check out the live chat here real quick. I want to make sure that I am not missing genius in here, so I gotta love it. There we go. Get some good location, get some good messaging in here. So TDPN for life, yo. Some saying be down with TDPN. Yeah, there you go. Once again, it's a man with a master plan. They call him Van, and I think you better recognize. Yeah, there you go, TDPN. And I know it sounds pathetic, a white guy trying to rap.
Like, anytime I see yo, I just think of Jesse Pinkman.
Oh, yeah. Yo, Mr. White, science. Yeah.
Science, yo.
Science, yo. What's up, yo? You know, that's a cool character arc in that show there too, because he comes.
Oh, I love.
He's like this,
Jesse.
Dopey, weed fiend at the beginning. Like, yo, man, it's just he calls the what's it called he calls the barn the cow house. In that one episode.
Well, see, and it is so true because you find out that Jesse's actually pretty intelligent. You wouldn't have never thought at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, he picked up on Walter White's meth recipe pretty quickly. All he had to be shown. He showed it. They showed it to him once. When he picked up on it. So, Lindy Rig, guys, if you think Kitty should come on to my show, throw up some bananas. You heard the man.
Throw up the bananas, dude. I want to hang out with Lindy.
Yeah, he's got a great show there, and you check out like with Flip City magazine on Rumble. Look for them on Rumble, but you look for Lindy Rig there as well in Rumble. So got to check.
I'm assuming
out.
It's Lindy Rig 87.
Probably Lindy Rig 87, right? Yeah, Lindy Rig 87. Yep. Maybe he's got an ex-wife named Lindy Rig 86, and so he had to go with 87. I don't know. Who knows right there. So, but Lindy Rig 87 right there. Check him out right there. So, but yeah, you've got your orders, everybody. I was about to say, let's see those bananas, but that sounded pretty gay. So there you go. Let's see those bananas. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I have noticed the TDP network is a little gay. But you guys aren't ashamed of it. Like,
did you hear that, guys? You guys are a little gay.
Now, see, I love that you're like, oh, dude, Flip City's a little punk rock. I'm like, yeah, that's great. And I'm like, you guys are gay.
Yeah. Well, that's what a punk rocker would say, right? Yeah, like, you guys are gay. Like, yeah. And be like, back up off me. You guys are gay. Whoa, that's so punk rock for you to say that. Right there. I gotta love it. So yeah, as an Ajax 6 is why are you gay? Gay?
Yeah, no. Hey, Lindy, I don't know if we are connected over on X and Twitter, but that's where I do most of my DMs. Just please follow at Kitty Flip City if you're not already following, and we can set it up. I would super duper appreciate and love to come on your show. I like meeting new people, like new liberty-oriented, freedom-minded people. Like, I fucking love it. Like, we all need to combine forces. It's like, and power up. another.
Exactly. Yes. Let's let's make ourselves like content creators Voltron, right? Let's combine forces into some one big content creation robot that will dominate the world. Oh, there we go. All right. Did I? I think I let that get away from me. Sorry. I had a moment right there. So yeah.
I don't know if Battle Ravage streams, dude. I do want to hang out with you more. I hope you're in the space tomorrow with Sean, because I think we talked very, very briefly in another space, but you crack me up, bro.
You sound like a faggot or shit's all retarded. Lady, gay and retarded, or if you're part of the streets, it's gay-tarded. There you go. So yep.
Okay.
Gay-tarded. That's the lingo. That's the slang there. But Culture Americana, Grindr ain't got nothing on us there for a buck right there. So yeah.
Guys. Oh, you guys.
Mm-hmm. Grindr.
Oh, and by the way,
location.
I was also like notified in chat that I'm really cool if I drop an otter, and I'm like trying to also do that head roll, but I don't think I have enough melanin to like be able to do a good one.
Are you trying to do like the around the world twist kind of thing?
Yes, can you do that?
I can do. I haven't watched In Living Color recently enough. Right there with remember that Men on Film on In Living Color? Like they're like. Yeah, there's like lots of hot girls in this film. Hated it.
Oh,
remember that Damon Wayans and
David we're going blast to the past.
Oh
man.
Yeah, Men on Films. It's raining men. Hallelujah.
Oh, dude. Okay, so I actually have a funny anecdote about In Living Color. In high school, me and my friends who. Our group of friends consisted of a bunch of white people and then Filipinos. But Filipinos are basically white Asians, like they literally are. Anyway, we are sitting down, and we have this girl from our band, because we're all a bunch of band nerds. She's over, and we decided to put on Saturday Night Live, right? But because we lived in like a very mixed area, she did hang out with a bunch of black people. So she was a white girl, but like her culture was very, very black. And she's sitting there with us, and we're watching Saturday Night Live. And she's like, "What is this? I've never seen." She's like, "This is like In Living Color for white people." And we all died laughing because it's that SNL and had been around forever.
Right. Yeah, they're like, hey, white people decided to come out with their own Living Color right there.
Yes.
Living Color, we were here first. Yeah, the Fly Girls were here first.
Yeah. I just thought I will never forget that. I thought it was so adorable.
Oh yeah. Fire Marshall Bell. Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Love it. Jim Carrey's Vera DeMilo, yeah, exactly. Well, I know you need to get out of here pretty soon, so let's get to these videos here. We've got we got some good videos of some Hollywood stars losing it upon the announcement, the fantastic announcement of Donald J. Trump being our 47th president right here. So right here, let's check out these guys right here.
Christina Applegate getting right to the point on X, writing, "Please unfollow me if you voted against female rights and disability rights. What you did is unreal." And on Instagram, Oscar winner and mother to a trans daughter, Jamie Lee Curtis.
We're all real people, and we live in a world that is at war.
She says Trump's win means a sure return to a more restrictive, some fear draconian time. Gay and trans people will be more afraid. Adding, for all those people, there will be those who will help you, me included.
We're going to help our country heal. We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly.
Dude, like, I'm serious. I feel bad for the mind slavery that these people live in.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no. I actually have way more empathy than I think people would expect from what we publish. Because we're hard on the, on the rainbow people, because they've fallen for the tyranny and they live in mind slavery. And it's so seeing this, I'm like, they really do believe that they're going to be sent to camps. And it's like, I can understand that's really scary, but Like, brah,
Right.
you guys are so like addicted to, half the country being like literally Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rather than self-examining.
Exactly.
Like, you deserve being made fun of.
Oh,
yeah,
exactly. I always say I miss the days of like back in the 80s where the only time you heard about celebrities was like, during their movies or their TV shows, or if you picked up People magazine or something like that. So there was still this mystique and mystery behind actors where, I was young and naive enough back then to think, man, if they're cool on screen, they must be geniuses in real life, or they must be some of the most entertaining, intriguing people that you could meet. And then along came this thing called social media, and it just exposed them as, wow, these guys are pretty lame. They're like, my God, they must be reading off a screenplay because, man, in real life without a script, they can't talk at all. They suck. They're lame. They're corny. They're got terrible political takes. They're paranoid, that kind of thing. So, I can't even watch like any De Niro movies. It's hard for me to watch De Niro movies now. Goodfellas and that kind of thing. We're going to have a little Goodfellas video here coming up here, but we're going to move it on along here with our next Hollywood, our Hollywood treasures right here.
OMG, Bette Midler just deleted her account. Bette Midler has exited X, and it is absolutely hilarious. And this happened right after Trump was announced president of the United States. This is what she posted a couple days before the election, so you can So on one hand, we have Kamala wins. Oh, the joy, guys. The joy vibes.
Did you ever know that you're my Drano?
Will they carry us to victory?
Exactly.
Apparently not. And then on the other side, we have
Drano
Trump wins in a bottle of Drano. This is insane. It is not going very well for Bette Midler today. LMAO, Bette Midler just deleted her account over this.
Love it. Love it. There you go. So
I didn't know that happened.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's a very tolerant one. Yeah. Because she's the one who was making fun of Melania like a few years ago. Because she was making fun of, like, she's like, oh, Melania, you're a stupid immigrant or something like that. And everyone was like, whoa, I thought you were the part of the party that loves immigrants and that kind of thing. And then people were making fun of, hey, by the way, Melania, she speaks 5 languages. How many? You can barely speak English, bitch, So, yeah. All right. So, and then, so I know you need to get going here.
I have had the best time though, like getting to know you. You guys, I would stay for the whole show, but I have my own stream. After this is over, come check it out.
Check it out. There you go.
Flip City Magazine or Flip City Mag across platforms. I will be on Rumble. Pop in and liven my chat up.
You bet,
Yeah, and watch me smile.
Yeah, exactly. Look, how can you resist that smile? Those pearly whites, everybody. Check it out right there. And she's been putting in some good work in helping this guy out here. And I am honored, Kitty, to have you on my show. Thank you for doing me the honor of being on here. We got to do it again. And you guys are going to see her around on other shows and that kind of thing. But again, yeah, check out Flip City on Rumble. And with that, I bid you a fond farewell, Kitty. Bye-bye.
Bye, chat. I will miss you. Until next time.
There you go.
All right, thanks, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later. See ya. All right, so there we go. That was the legendary Kitty from Flip City Magazine right there. And hopefully you guys learned all about Flip City Magazine or learned a little bit more about Flip City Magazine than you knew before. And right here, let's check this out. Mr. Scott Awesome, good to see you here and there. And Fabian and Rob Noor had a great stream on their philosophical beliefs corrupting their mind. And Viva Fry had a good one with Gad Sad today on it too. So yeah, Viva Fry, I do check out his stuff here every once in a while there. I first saw him, of course, when they had the trucker convoys up in Canada, and he was covering that like a fucking boss. Back when that was all going on, like Viva Fry. And of course, Viva Fry has been on the Whiskey Capitalist podcast right there. So gotta love it. And HX6, there you go. I like the way you think right there. You stole the words right out of my mouth. Van is a man. Great show. Love it. So let's get to our next video right here. And so you guys know this guy, from a plethora of legendary funny movies right here. But of course, and he proved this well before Kamala there, but he really drove up his lame game, all right, showing what a soy-infused boy he is. And that is one Will Ferrell. And he was really putting in work to prove to all of us, really, what a complete geek and lame-o that he is. But he was doing it in the name of Kamala.
It's Billy. I am back on the street with the one and only Will Ferrell, and we are out here today to represent a very important voting demographic, loud white men for Kamala Harris. So you ready, Will? Ah! Miss, for $1, would you have sex with a Trump voter?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
This election is going to be one of the closest in history. Your vote will make the difference. That means you, Gary. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm just one person. No. Shut the up, Gary. Last time, only a few thousand votes kept Trump out of office. And this time, we will hold you personally responsible, Gary. Don't forget to vote, Gary.
Yeah, how'd that turn out there? Apparently, Gary didn't vote, and neither did millions and millions of his friends right there, because they realized, what a complete twit that Kamala was. And you know what? I think we can all agree. People realize what a twit she was way back in 2019. So that's why, for all of us that have been paying attention for the last few years, that's why I'm sure a lot of us were like, "What? Kamala? That's who they're going with? They're not even going to do like an open convention. Maybe try to sneak a primary in there, do something where it gives the Democrats a chance to vote. Maybe practice a little bit of that democracy that they're always telling us that the Republicans are trying to obliterate. But of course, the whole time they're obliterating the so-called democracy right there. So, so Will Ferrell is like just another one of those stupid ass celebrities where every 4 years they realize, oh, it's a presidential election. Okay, who's the person with the D behind their name that I'm supposed to shill for in this election season right here? They don't even know the damn names whatsoever. Their PR person gives them, the name right there. I'm sure earlier this year, J-Lo and Taylor Swift and Will Ferrell and all these dumb Hollywood idiots. It's like, all right, it's election year right here. Hey, PR girl, come on over here. Who's the nominee with the D behind their name? I think it's what is it? It's a Kamala Howith. Oh well, I guess I'm shilling for Kamala Harris. That's the extent of these vapid celebrities. Their scientific research, that they do to determine who they're going to be shilling for on the Democrat side. Like whoever's got the D behind their name, that's who they're going to be making the lame-o commercials for and showing up at their stupid rallies, thinking in their head that, wow, I'm actually influencing people to go vote for this dumbass over here. They actually think like they've got that kind of pull there. So every single time, Bruce Springsteen, comes out of one of his 27 mansions and tries to sing like he's part of the working class, one time I was in my stretch limo driving through the French Riviera, and I was like like wiping my ass with $100 bills, like the blue collar man tends to do, and I decided to write this song. All right, and it goes a little something like this. Bruce Springsteen, you haven't ever been part of the working class. What the hell? Get the fuck out of here. So gotta get out of here. Like, stop insulting our intelligence there. So right there. And Ravage Battle, you got that right. Will has a non-China. Yes, it does. Yes. Holly Weirdos to the camps. Yes, to the camp. On the trains with you, Holly Weirdos. They say hard work will make you free, right? I think I've heard that somewhere. Yeah, Auschwitz. There you go. Yeah, even the dead people didn't come vote. Gay. Yeah, because I was at the cemetery earlier today, and I was asking them like, "Why didn't you vote?" And I didn't hear a word back. So I guess that was my answer right there. So even the dead didn't want to vote for that twat. Cunt Mala heels up Harris. Yeah, heels up. That's probably her tramp stamp right there. Culture Americana. They're just trying to stay out of prison. There, yeah, that is the Diddy list pipeline to Kamala shills right there, and this shows the bomb exactly. You dropped the bomb on me, baby. Yeah, love it. What else we got? Oh, we've got more. We've got more Hollywood losers. Okay, losing their ever loving minds about stuff about the right choice being made for president here. So let's do this here. And let's get into, let's share my screen right here because I don't want to hog all the fun to myself right here. Don't want to do that. All right. Oh, let's not do that. There we go. Let's try this here. We'll get into a little, there we go. And we are going to, there we go. All right, let's try this here. Let's get into, I got to get my ducks in a row here, people. Quack. Gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. Not gonna do it. That's one of our past presidents. There you go. A president that actually got elected, unlike Kamala. There you go. Yes, exactly. Take that, Kamala. All right. So let's add that to the stage right there. And as you see right here, we've got Mark Hamill right here. He didn't take it too well because he's got They say we get the leaders we deserve. Either that has just been disproven, or this is not the America we all thought we were living in. Boo! So I just put it here. After hours of Mark Hamill screaming, he proves he didn't throw himself into a sarlacc pit with his totally on-brand, whiny, soy-soaked, copium-infused post there. Exactly. That's it's nasty right there. So I want to make sure there's something right there. That is jacked up. So let's see what else we got going on here. There we go. All right. So, yep. And we'll get back into that. Okay. All right. And then we got, here we go. This is good. This is good right here. Let's check this out. I was talking about Robert De Niro and Goodfellas earlier right there. Let's check this out.
Trump won, and we couldn't do nothing about it. And that's it. I can believe that. I can't find it. Trump won, and we couldn't do nothing.
He doesn't know, man. De Niro is he's just losing it right now. Because I mean, how many shows has De Niro gone on? Just picture in your mind, like how many shows he's gone on where he's just talk shit. I mean, he talks like Trump, like a jilted lover, like Trump wouldn't let De Niro touch his twig and berries or something like that one time, and De Niro was like, "Oh man, you turned me down. What the hell? I wanted to make sweet, sweet love to you, Trump." Trump was like, "I'm not. I don't go that way. All right, that sign over my ass says do not enter. I don't go that way, De Niro. Go chase down Mark Hamill. He's into that right there. Okay, I don't go that way." Again, I realize my Trump impression sucks there, but I was like, Robert De Niro got to be losing it there. And of course, like he's done all those rallies on the street, right? Where, they get all these libtards all together for a rally. And then they're like, we got to get De Niro, man. He's like the king of the Trump, of the TDS tards. He's the king. Bring him up here, And so, yeah, Robert De Niro, he's losing it there. And I just picture it. I just love it. Just picture him like just in the fetal position in a corner, just crying. Oh, God, he won. Oh, my God, he won. That son of a bitch. I fucking hate him. Ah! So there we go. Kind of like my reaction, like when I come home after realizing, that I got the McDonald's too late and the breakfast menu isn't available. Like, that's kind of my reaction that I do. I come home and, oh my God, I can't give me an Egg McMuffin. Ah! So I don't know. I can relate to you, Robert De Niro. I relate to you. And you know what? Being a member of the Gen X generation here that grew up on, Say Anything and Better Off Dead and The Sure Thing and 16 Candles and One Crazy Summer. John Cusack, obviously, he's the star or a co-star of those movies right there. And it just, and I've known this for a while about John Cusack. We all have, but it just, the first time I learned that John Cusack is just a liberal tool, it just broke my heart right here. But we've got John Cusack weighing in here, like, much worse, fascists with total power, defeating it before it ends in rubble and ruin, perhaps globally that much more difficult. That may have been the last free election. Corporate American oligarchs are all in. All they see is zero regulation and more free money at some blah, blah, blah. What else does he say right here? At some, there we go. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so yeah, I don't even want to see the rest of it right there. Then we got John Cusack right here with a lot of Catholics voted for Trump. Why bother saying you adhere to any version of Christianity? So his hot take is that you should have voted for a party that wants like total rampant 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, baby killing across the board. All right. The Democrats want to put a drive-through window at every Planned Parenthood. All right. They're all for mailing the morning after pill to everybody from all four corners of the earth, basically making everyone's mailbox their own personal abortion clinic. Right. So, and I know Pope Francis is like, hey, baby killing. Cool. Right. But he's not God. Right. So just because, Pope Francis there has slipped and whatnot, and he thinks baby killing is cool, doesn't mean doesn't make it right there. Or, he thinks that if you're Catholic, the way to show you're Catholic is to vote for the party that is totally cool with having, basically porno books in schools for kids to learn, hey, little Johnny in 4th grade. Hey, you've been looking at little Marky over there and you're looking at him kind of funny. Well, I think you might be gay, so you should act on that. And hey, this is how you do it. Like, they're the party that wants those kind of pornographic books in schools for kids. Doesn't sound very Catholic. Doesn't sound very Christian to me. Right there. That is for sure. And then we have Adam McKay right here. Adam McKay, you guys would know him best as he directed Anchorman and Step Brothers and The Big Short and Talladega Nights there, and the other guys. He's directed a lot of great movies there, and he's a producer on the campaign movie that this episode's supposed to be about. Right there. But it's so he goes on to say, so Adam McKay, again, he's mostly a director, he's a producer on the campaign, and he's like, who would have guessed lying about, so this Adam McKay, the gist of his expos here are he's down about the election results, and now he is turning that laser focused judgment inwards to the Democrat party right there. And people, I am here for it right here. But he says here, who would have guessed lying about Biden's cognitive health for 2 years, refusing to do an open convention for a new nominee, never mentioning public health care and embracing fracking, the Cheneys, and a year-long slaughter of children in Gaza wouldn't be a winning strategy. So basically, like, all the things that we've been telling the Democrat Party that, are idiotic, stupid things that they do. Like, they're just like, you should have had an open convention. Why were you lying about Biden being a complete vegetable for the last 2 years? You're over here talking about ending fracking, and you were hoping to win Pennsylvania talking about ending fracking. And of course, Kamala, in the last few months, she straight up lied and goes, "Oh man, what do I say about fracking that's going to get me elected? Say that I'm for fracking? Okay. Hey, I'm for fracking, Pennsylvania, until I'm elected, and then I'm going to get rid of it." So, or their embrace for the Cheneys. Like, who would have thought 10 years ago when Democrats were calling Dick Cheney, Satan 2.0, that they'd end up sucking his dick, this whole Kamala campaign right there. I'm like, my God, the Democrats had a slobbering, embarrassing love affair with Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney in this. Like, just who would have thought, right? I mean, strange bedfellows and all that. And then a year-long slaughter of children in Gaza. So basically, that's Adam McKay going, "Hey, Israelis, Israel, you just need to die. Just need to go away. I'm gonna light a candle and cry all day long for Gaza and Palestinians, and you Israelites, you guys just need to stop crying about October 7th, that kind of thing." He goes on to say, "It is time to abandon the Dem Party." There you go. Now you're talking some sense right there. Now is when he loses me. He's registering for the Green Party or Working Families. There you go. So, and then we're moving on to Christina Applegate here after I check out something right here. I got Culture Americano real quick. Yeah, a real Democrat Party would have been Bobby Kennedy and VP Tulsi running. Yeah, exactly. Because, there are a couple of big reasons why Trump won. I have no problem with believing that, because I'm sure that those two got some people running to the ballot box to vote for Trump that wouldn't have done that otherwise if they weren't on Team Trump right there. Same with Joe Rogan and Dana White and obviously Elon as well. That kind of thing there. So Canada's calling. Hollywood, bye-bye. Yeah, exactly. When are we going to see like that helicopter footage of the big Hollywood convoy, heading up north out of Hollywood, heading up to Canada right there? I'm sure we're going to see that any day now, right? Any day we're going to see that helicopter footage right there. Like, oh, hey, there's Bryan Cranston driving up there. Oh, and there's Cher. There we go. Oh, yeah, and there's Daryl Hannah. Yeah, right there. There you go. But yeah, that's I got a feeling, everybody. I got a feeling that we're not going to see that there anytime soon going on there. But all right, how about some more celebrity fun from X right here? But we've got let's get in this a little further here, and let's get on down here. Okay, all right, there we go. So we got celebrity Christina Applegate is having a meltdown, saying that her child wept when Trump won the presidency because it meant it would be harder for her to get abortions. Her child is 13 years old. What is wrong with these people there? So we got Christina Applegate right here. Let's do this. So we'll start off with the bottom one. Why? Give me your reasons why. My child is sobbing because her rights as a woman may be taken away. Why? And if you disagree, please unfollow me. All right, so then she, has about 4 hours to think about it and, chug some Merlot and, eat a couple of pints of Haagen-Dazs right here. And then she comes back to us. She blesses us with her presence 4 hours later here. Please unfollow me if you voted against female rights, against disability rights. Yeah, that. Unfollow me because what you did is unreal. Don't want followers like this. So yeah, done. Also, after today, I will be shutting down this fan account that I've had for so many years. So she's still wigging out. Okay, apparently she hasn't had enough Merlot and Haagen-Dazs right there. Okay, so, and then 6 hours after that, she comes back to us. She graces our presence again, or graces us with her presence again on X right here. Let's see what she has to say. I apologize. I'm still reeling and sobbing, but I'm not angry anymore. Just going to go back to my bubble and watch a shit ton of Bravo shows. So peace to you all. I suggest you do the same. Very soothing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's not losing it at all there. I think she's I think she's handling it very well. Yes, like a very mature adult right there. I mean, because what good parent wouldn't be concerned for their child to have the right to abort their future grandchildren, right? So, like, what sane parent wouldn't want their children to have the right to get knocked up and then kill their grandkid, right? They're like, it's totally not insane, totally not psychotic whatsoever there. So it's very, very nuts there. It's they're handling it very, very well. But the whole women's rights thing, where they're like, they're getting rid of women's rights. Like, well, the only right that is being infringed is the right not to kill a baby. Okay, that's the only thing there. And they term it in terms of, well, it's men telling women what to do with their bodies. Like, no, it's men and women telling you don't get to kill the baby's body inside your body right there. If it was just your body, that'd be one thing, but it's not just your body. There's a separate heartbeat, separate DNA, all right? And you can pretend that it's not a life, and you can quibble about viability and all that stuff. Whatever you got to tell yourself so you don't feel guilty about murdering a baby. And at the end of the day, it's still murder, no matter what kind of word salad you tell yourself there about that. So that's the only thing right there, that's being restricted. And you know what? As far as like the dudes telling them what to do with their body. Okay, so kind of on that same wavelength, I would have no problem with Trump signing some kind of federal bill. It takes effect across the whole country, where if some dude knocks a woman up and isn't willing to help pay the full financial, like their portion of the full financial burden, I don't have a problem with Trump signing a bill that commissions like bounty hunters, ex-special forces to hunt down every single deadbeat dad out there so that women don't have to do it on their own. Because that's one thing I sympathize with a woman getting knocked up and then, the sperm donor just up and taking off on her like, you're not my baby, even after a paternity test proves it is there. I don't want some dude leaving, some woman that he knocked up twisting in the wind. All right, I'm not on team deadbeat dad here. All right, I want those deadbeat dads hunted down to the four corners of the earth so that they have to live up to their responsibility right there. So I'm not anti-woman. I'm not anti, pregnant woman or anything like that. So I mean, I think that the deadbeat dad should be hunted down, dragged by their underoos to help pay for the baby. All right, there you go. You pay or you play, you gotta pay, and that goes for me too. All right, so if I'm gonna be some deadbeat dad, I should be hunted down and made to pay and do the right thing and man the fuck up and pay the obligation right there. So that's what I like about like those the pregnancy assistance centers right there, where if a woman and again I don't mean to get on some whole pro-life rant here, although I'm right smack dab in the middle of one. But if a woman gets knocked and she's pregnant and she's afraid that she's going to have to be on her own, that's all I like about those pregnancy crisis centers right there, where they help out the mother and that kind of thing. So but enough of me shilling for the pro-life side and that kind of thing. So but again, all that to say is, I'm not pro deadbeat dad and anti-pregnant woman. I want those deadbeat dads hunted down. So they gotta man up, whether they do it voluntarily or some Navy SEALs got to twist their nuts until cash comes out their ass. All right, there you go. Right there, yeah. Ravage Battle. Reproductive health equals abortion. Right there, yeah. According to the left, right there, yeah. I like how they sugarcoat it. They call it reproductive rights or women's health care. Because if they really believed it was okay, then why would they not call it what it is? Baby killing. There you go. Just call it baby killing. If you're totally cool, they call it baby killing. It's like, put it on your campaign ads and whatnot. Hey, Kamala Harris, she's pro baby killing. If you're so cool with it, why do you have to like put it in these innocuous terms, right? These sugar-coated terms like women's health. Women's health is not ripping a baby from limb to limb, in the womb. Women's health is like a pap smear, mammograms, whatever, that kind of thing. So whatever, so that, but enough about that there. So if you take SSRIs washed down with Moscato, you should not be allowed to vote there. Yeah, you got that right. So I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's a whole bullet point list that could be made about if you do this, you don't get the vote. Okay. Got to do that. I think there should be like a good civics test. I think that should be something that is done, because I guarantee you, if you take SSRIs and you wash them down with Moscato, you ain't passing no basic civics test there. Nope. Keep your junk in your trunk, you satanic sluts. Exactly. There you go. Keep that devil dick in your underoos right there. Gotta love it. All right. And Mr. Scott Awesome says, just got your Rumble notification on my phone. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've had a couple of other buddies tell me that too, that they don't get the Rumble notification until way later. I've heard that on other Rumble shows as well, that their notifications get there late. I think some shows works fine, and then other shows don't work okay, that kind of thing. So, yeah, come on, Pavlovsky. Let's get that shit handled there. I know you're an up-and-coming platform, but got to iron that shit. Not to say that YouTube's perfect either. That is for sure. Culture Americano. Moloch always wants your firstborn. Jesus said, nope. There you go. Exactly. Verily, verily, I say unto you, nope. Not going to do it right there. And that's exactly what it is. It's systematic, child sacrifice. That's what it is Margaret Sanger, when she started Planned Parenthood, primarily for the purpose of making sure that we have as few black children being born as possible. Margaret Sanger even admitted that. But unfortunately, I think like if the stats that I've seen here still hold up, it's pretty much like minority babies, black to be specific. Unfortunately, they're the babies that are aborted the most right there. So I'm sure Margaret Sanger is looking up, from the third circle of hell right now, because I'm assuming she's dead. Looking up, going, yes, good, well done, good and faithful libtard servants for, killing your kids right there. Gotta love it. All right. So what should we do now? We got all kinds of good stuff. I think that my parched throat is telling me that it's time for a little brew review time right there. And so, you know what? I could take a message just as well as the next guy. So let's do this. All right, here we go. We come to you from Colorado. That went blue in this election, but hey, who would expect that? But very disappointed in you, Colorado. But you guys are still hypnotized by the free weed, or the legalized weed, I should say, there. But hey, you know what? You do make some good brew, and this Breckenridge Vanilla Porter is an example of that. And nope, I don't smell any weed. They don't smell any weed on that there. But hey, go to Colorado. You'll definitely smell some weed there. But yeah, this is a vanilla porter, like it says here. I got to give it its due. It's got some good taste. All right. It's got some good flavor to this thing right here. I'm not getting paid by Breckenridge Brewery or anything like that. This is a on-board, totally objective, unbiased opinion review for this particular brew right here. But yeah, you just get that aroma, the vanilla aroma, and like some grains, like roasted grains in there. And it's subtle with the vanilla flavor. It doesn't overpower you or anything like that. It's not going to be like you're drinking a beer from Dairy Queen or something like that. Or it's not that overly flavorful and sweet or anything like that. It's not like a Moscato, that Culture Americana was talking about earlier right there, where like you drink a Moscato, like, oh my God, what was that, Capri Sun? It's not that sweet there, but yeah, so I would say pick yourself up some vanilla porter there. This is Breckenridge Brewery, so you've got a pretty good chance of being able to find this, unless you live in like a one stoplight town. Then you're probably going to have to go someplace like Uber Eats or GoPuff.com or Drizzly.com or Open Bar. Open Bar is an app that you can get on your phone to grab yourself some vanilla porter from Breckenridge Brewery right there. But enough of me yapping about it. I'm going to take a little tug off this bad boy. Oh, yeah. Hits the spot right there with that vanilla flavor. It's like 5.4% alcohol by volume. But, yeah, it's got I get some good flavor right there. I could see, like, with the Christmas season coming up here, that's a beer that's going to get bought a lot more. Okay, the purchasing of that will be going up because it does. It's like a good Christmas beer, you know, when you're hanging out with the family, you know, and you're like, God, I really don't want to be here. Fuck this Aunt Patty, the friggin' lesbian liberal over there. She's going to, like, start in on us about Trump winning the election. Man, I wish I had some vanilla porter here to down to take the edge off lesbian liberal Aunt Patty lecturing us. So there you go. Or I could get lesbian liberal Aunt Patty some vanilla porter, and maybe it'll shut her the fuck up. There you go. And so on that note, hey, that's been Brew Review time. All right, there we go. I love it right there. So get some good knowledge right here. Got Sanger sort of minimum wage to assure that some people couldn't get jobs. Yeah, she sounds like a real treasure, doesn't she? She just sounds like a real treasure. Ravage Battle is going to crack a cold one. There you go. Yeah, it's there you go. It's you can so my sales technique is not too bad. Okay, so maybe I do have a little persuasion in the old bones there. So it's skiing. Skiing makes you gay and lame. Yeah, exactly. There. You know, that's what I've heard. Now, if you're hanging out with some like a hot, you know, ski bunny up there, you know, she's got your totally hot ski smoke show or something like that there, then you're not very gay with that. So if you're hitting it, not quitting it. Right there. Three Floyds, Gumball Head. There, yeah, you recommending that there, Ravage Battle? Three Floyds, Gumball Head there. So there we go. And Breckenridge. Gotta love it. Yeah. And Breckenridge is owned by Bud Interbev until we broke them like a twig. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. And that is one of the dangers of doing brew review time, because you got to be on the lookout there. And I sometimes I go through the store that I go to, Total Wine and More, when I get all my brews and whatnot. Sometimes I get into a rush. I'm like, God, I'm in a rush, man. I need to like grab some beers for brew review time. All right, I'm gonna take that one. 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 And so some Anheuser-Busch InBev beers might sneak in there. But you know, when I do have time, I do try to avoid getting those because you know, we did a masterful job with taking down Bud Light. Unfortunately, Dana White wanted to throw him a lifeline there with UFC right there. That's one thing. That's why I have a little less respect for Dana White now. I'm like, dude, why did you throw him a lifeline right there? You have enough money. UFC's not hemorrhaging money. There we go. Start again. Hemorrhaging money. There we go. Apparently, I've had too many vanilla porters there. So, oh yeah, there you go. Staff Sergeant Asshole. Welcome to the show. There, I think this is the first time I've heard from you here tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, try Dragon's Milk Crimson Keep. Yeah, he preaches the truth there, everybody. That is excellent beer. I did review that about a month and a half ago on here. So yeah, look for that on my episodes here within the last couple of months right there. That's another beer. That's addictive. That's like liquid crack right there. Dragon's Milk Crimson Keep. They're fantastic beer. And I find myself drinking that probably a little too much, a little more than I should. And I think I'm in danger of losing my 8-pack because of that. So yeah, there we go. And Kid Rock 2. Yep, exactly. Yeah, Kid Rock 2. He's sold out right there. Yeah, gotta love that right there. And Bud never recovered. Glad he took their stupid money. So yeah, I just don't want anybody touching their money whatsoever. I didn't want them to get any sponsor. I just wanted them to just die. All right, so gotta love it, because how else are they going to learn? And I think, all things being equal, I think like brands learned from that. The message was received and that kind of thing. So Dana White in UFC giving them a lifeline, not the worst thing in the world. The message was sent out to all the corporations, being corporation-y, that don't fuck with us. Don't fuck with us. Don't fuck with us, us patriotic people, us people that believe in the country that the founding fathers envisioned and whatnot. Don't be pulling that tranny shit on us right there. Don't do it, all right? Not gonna do it. It'll knock your dick in the dirt. There you go. And Seagram's Guinness is way worse. Yeah. You gotta watch those. I mean, because you come up with a good product there. Some of them come up with a good product, but some of them are. I mean, like you go to like your typical like microbrewery. A lot of those guys they're loony liberals. They're with hippie parents and that kind of thing. So it's all good. Culture Americana. You got that. We learned them good. We learned them real good. Yeah, they learned because Target. They tried that tranny shit out front. With the chest binders for kids and all that stuff, and they ain't doing that shit no more. And the LGBT, FU month, back in June, it wasn't quite what it was the last few years, was it? It was a little tamer. They quieted that shit down right there. It wasn't as fabulous as it has been in years past. I think they're receiving the message, and I think they're really going to receive the message now. So when and I like the fact someone was telling me that like with the pro-life movement, someone had the idea of making June Life Month, so to make that pro-life month or life month to counter LGBTFU month. I think that's a great idea. Make it Life Month right there, or how about Hetero Pride Month? There you go. Straight Pride Month. Love it there. Toyota DEI last 3 days there. Yeah, you got to look out for all those corporations there and that kind of thing. Got to keep them on their toes. Remind them who's in charge. Let them know that, the fringe, the rainbow jihad, they're loud, but they're very, very small. Okay, very small. Okay, we still, the normies, the patriotic people, we still run this shit. All right, we still run it. All right, if we're willing to get up off our ass and remind them that we run this shit. So, and that goes for churches as well. We need men of God running churches to tell their congregations, to tell their flock, hey, my flock, my congregation, get out there and let the world know we don't stand for that shit. All right. We try to be God-fearing people. Now, I realize I'm saying that as I'm dropping a bunch of cuss words and whatnot. That's one thing I have to work on in my walk is I have a dirty mouth. And that's one thing that I need to work on there. But that's for another time. You guys don't want to hear about that there. That's for sure. Ravage battle. AIDS month. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get yourself a HIV month right there. So there you go. Love it. What should we do next year? What should we do next, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I know what we should do next. I should tell you about our fantastic merch. Yeah, we got our great Till Death Podcast Network merch that you can check out right there. And as you see up there at the very top left, you got Movies Merica. Or there we go. That way. There we go. Yeah. That way. There we go. I don't know my left from my right there. So this camera is always screwing with me. There you go. See, I'm getting better. But yeah, get yourself some Till Death Podcast Network merch via the merch link down in the description right there. And get yourself a cool Movies America t-shirt or a Movies America cell phone case or a keychain or shot glasses or a beer, a pint glass, whatever, okay? Because, Christmas is coming up here, Kwanzaa, Festivus, Hanukkah, whatever holiday you celebrate there this festive season. Go ahead and get yourself some Christmas gifts from the Till Death Podcast Network merch store down there. Here, those otter shirts or going hot. Let's do this here. I want to see some Movies America merch move. All right. So I want to see that because I have a Movies America, t-shirt. Of course, I gotta represent, right? I don't know. I've been walking around the town and whatnot, and I get people telling me like, Movies America, what is that? And I even had one girl. She was like, "Hey, is that kind of like a conservative leaning kind of movie show because of Merica, of course?" And yeah, I told her, yeah, I told her what's up, and I said, "Hey, bust out your phone," and showed her on Rumble. Hey, okay, go ahead and you come here, you do that, find that, and she was pretty hot, total smoke show. And then I saw the ring on her left hand, like, oh man, what the hell? This could have been a classic night. Get me a subscriber, an extra follower on Movies America, and I get them digits. But she was hitched. So yep. And she's not like Doug Emhoff. She wouldn't cheat on her hubby. So, but anyway, that's my really screwed up live read for our merch. So there you go. But all that to say, Movies America t-shirt, it's a conversation starter. Okay, it's a conversation starter, and you might make yourself some cool conservative friends there. It's wearing a Movies America t-shirt might be kind of a way of like stepping into our room and kind of just doing a little, like that to all your fellow conservatives, letting them know what's up, and then let them know, hey, you can come and talk to me, and we can talk together as fellow patriots. There you go. All right. So let's do this here real quick here. So I just did the review over the campaign of the movie with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. And again, of course, as we all know, we just got done with a presidential election, a presidential election season that it takes the cake, right? It's an election season that is more interesting, more dynamic, more action-packed than any election season I can personally remember. I mean, we only had, 2 assassination attempts. We had a nominee drop out. We have, all this sleazy, skeezy lawfare, that's being charged towards one of the nominees in pure banana republic fashion. Okay. We had dead squirrels, garbage trucks, McDonald's. I mean, all this action-packed election season. Okay, we had that going on. But so that's why I wanted to review the campaign, a political tinged movie here. And so I just wanted to talk about some comparisons between the movie, the campaign, and this 2024 election, okay? So in the campaign, it features a fist fight between the candidates. Now, there was no fist fight between Trump and Kamala. However, Biden said Trump and others like him are the kind of guys you just want to smack in the ass. And he said it in like this really creepy, erotic way. Remember that? He said that like relatively recently. He's like, just want to smack him in the ass. And he made like this really creepy grimace on his face right there. So, yeah, there wasn't a fist fight between the candidates, but we had, of course, more Biden creepiness that he's been putting out there into the ether for years now, right? And it was just another way for Biden to remind us, like, all right, Biden, we get it. You have a padded kiddie dungeon in your basement, all right? So where you're keeping some 7-year-olds captive down there. You don't have to tell us again, all right? We get it, all right? So yeah, you just had Biden with his normal creepiness doing the just want to smack him in the ass. That was really, really weird. So that was kind of was one of the comparisons between the movie and the 2024 election there. Another campaign chaos comparison between the movie, the campaign, and the 2024 election is, so Will Ferrell plays Cam Brady, who is portrayed in the movie as a slimy politician who bangs every hot groupie he sees. Like they say, if your dick is a hammer, then everything is something you want to nail. Or something like that. I can't remember if that's the saying or right. Anyway, now Trump didn't do that in the campaign. He wasn't nailing groupies, during any of the campaigns in 2016 and 2020 and 2024 that we know of, right? But it's reported he did do a lot of that back in the day, right? Trump back in the 70s and 80s and 90s and whatnot. He probably did a lot of that back in the day. He was a playboy. He's been married 3 times and whatnot. Trump, we all know Trump, he's not a Boy Scout, right? Okay, so, but as far as we know, he didn't do any of that in his campaigns. I'm going to choose to believe that he didn't do anything like that. He's been faithful to his true love, Melania. To Melania, I would never cheat on Melania, okay, or Barron, okay, so, or my children. But Kamala is actually more likely to have pulled anything off like that during this campaign because, as her very own husband said about her, she likes to put her head down and go to work, if you know what I'm saying, fellas. Yeah, Willie Brown knows what she's talking about. Willie Brown knows what Doug Emhoff was saying about his wife right there, okay, because Willie Brown took Kamala down to Pound Town several times right there, okay, so with Willie Brown, Kamala was definitely putting her head down and going to work. All right. She was putting on her hard hat, grabbing her lunch bucket, and going to work right there. Absolutely. So real quick here, let's check out what do we got here. And best election ever. Yes, exactly. Like I said, yeah, had garbage trucks and McDonald's there. And I mean, did you guys see that? What was that I saw earlier today? Somebody put like an application that Kamala filled out to work at McDonald's or something like that earlier. I thought it was pretty damn good. And then someone put a letter up there, like with I think with the presidential letterhead from Trump. It was a letter to McDonald's, and it was like a notice of resignation from Trump to McDonald's. Like, I will have to resign my employment at McDonald's effective January 20th, 2025. That was pretty cool. I'm anarchist, culture Americano, and I approve this message. There you go. Yes. And then we got Trump. Trump legally beat the hell out of 2 women, HRC and Harris. Yes, he beat Pantsuit and Harris there. Exactly. So, yeah, because like I heard somebody say earlier today, like the liberals are right. I mean, Trump, he beats women. These 2 women. And showed, yeah, Pantsuit and Kamala right there. Exactly. So, and Ravage Metal. So, bobbing for apples. And you got a point, man. When you're right, you're right. He's Doug Emhoff has beaten more, or he's beaten more women than Doug Emhoff right there. So Doug Emhoff, the I guess the picture of the new masculinity right there. That's the new masculinity where you talk with a lisp, and you're like Tim Walz and you can't load. Probably the easiest shotgun out there to actually load. They're the new masculinity, that's for sure. And then the last comparison, the last campaign chaos comparison between the movie, the campaign, and the 2024 election is, so in the movie, Dan Aykroyd and John Lithgow, so Dan Aykroyd, of course, Ray from Ghostbusters, and John Lithgow, the bad guy from Cliffhanger, and Third Rock from the Sun, and countless Harry and the Hendersons, countless movies, Dexter. So Dan Aykroyd and John Lithgow, they play the Motch Brothers, who are supposed to be basically, they're supposed to be like making fun of the Koch brothers, from back in the early 2000s there, who financed a lot of, Republican campaigns. Not so much anymore since David Koch kicked the bucket, and he's now in the great investment firm in the sky. All right. The Republicans and Trump, they didn't have the Koch brothers or any brothers for that matter during the 2024 election. I mean, they did have Elon Musk, they had Bill Ackman and guys like that, but no Koch brothers, no Motch brothers there. Where Kamala had George Soros and Reed Hastings from Netflix and Satan financing her campaign right there. So there's a little comparison, a little campaign comparison right there from that. So going, it's just some comparisons right there because I wanted to incorporate the campaign, the movie, the campaign into this not boring at all, this not boring at all season here that we've had, this election campaign right there. So, and thanks for taking care of that Jesperson right there. So, yeah. at least say hi. You know, if you're going to come in here and you're going to pull some stupid ass, put some link in here right there. Unless, hey, if somebody here told you to put that in there, or Ian or Sean told you to put that in here, and I'm not privy to that, I apologize in advance. But if that's not the case, yeah, at least have the class, you know, let's, you know, mix it up with everybody in here. At least say hi or a thumbs up or whatnot. Don't pull a douche move and put a link in the live chat. That's a straight up gay move right there to do that. So there you go. All right. Gotta love it right there. And, you know, we're moving right along here in the show, everybody. We're getting very, very close to the finish line right there. But first, we got other business to attend to, and that is, of course, to again get another mention of a great magazine that Kitty was here earlier talking about right here, and so got to talk about Flip City, absolutely. So you got to get your Flip City there, and down in the link in the description is the easiest way to get your hands on Flip City. So look for the Flip City link down there. And as you see down there, you get put 10% off your order of the best non-woke comic around. And you can put in promo code MOVIES there to get yourself that discount right there. But enough about, hearing from me about that. Let's hear it straight from the source.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
Genuinely cutting, but also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
Yo, all right. So, yes, Flip City Magazine. Get your hands on it just like I have got my hands on it right here. Look at that. Look at that sweet, sweet glossy cover to Flip City Magazine. And, man, got all kinds of cool artwork. Check that out. Ooh, I know you guys are jealous that I got me a Flip City Magazine in my hands. Look at that. You got, like, cocktail recipes right there. Check that out. I mean, all kinds of great stuff. Fantastic stuff. There, I mean, we've got, check that out. Got some topical pictures right there. I got Trump. Look at that. There we go. Got a young Trump there, right there, looking like Fabio. So, yeah, look at that retribution right there in the middle there. Yeah. Like you said, he's our retribution right there. So looking forward to that. But, yeah, Flip City Magazine, grab yourself some right there. Again, you have no excuse if you haven't grabbed any Flip City yet, because as it says down there at the bottom, the Flip City link is in the description. All right. Moving on here in the show. And yeah, Ravage Battle. You got that right. Should frame it. Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, it's yeah, I got a feeling that we're going to see some great stuff, and that we're going to want to commemorate here, in the next 4 years. That's all good. But, of course, I'm sure, as you guys all suspect as well, the libtards are not going to go quietly into that good night, right? So if you're like me, you're wondering, okay, last time I checked, I haven't checked the TV here recently, but last time I checked, hasn't been any Antifa riots, any BLM riots. They're probably not a riot. BLM is pretty much kind of a gone thing, I think. But no libtard temper tantrums in the streets yet. All right. But if you're like me, you're like, yeah, but it's going to come. I'm waiting for that Antifa shoe to drop. And I think basically they're waiting for inauguration, I think is what they're doing. So, or maybe they're going to try to do their own January 6th, which I hope they do, because then it will take the heat off of us. as jacked up as it sounds, right? So like, hey, yeah, you guys are always on our ass about January 6th, but you guys had your own January 6th, and you had the Summer of Love, and you threw a riot during Trump's inauguration day back in 2017. All right, so there you go. All right, but yeah, I'm like, when are the riots going to start? When are the nationwide riots going to start, or at least riots in D.C., right? I think it's going to go down. I think it's going to go down during inauguration day. I think that's when it's going to go down right there. And then if they do, I hope Trump just drops the fucking anvil on him right there. Hopefully. And another thing about inauguration day, and I was talking about like on Till Death Podcast Network, the show that I had on Tuesday for election night right there. Of course, I had the QAnon shaman there on there, and I was joking around with him. I said, I hope that they have, like, during the inauguration parade, I hope they have like a line of garbage trucks with, the Trump garbage trucks like you had there in Green Bay. Hope they have a line of those, and then have like the QAnon shaman up on the roof of one of those suckers with the Viking helmet on, the whole QAnon shaman ensemble, right? So that would be fantastic. And then maybe some snipers on top of the garbage trucks as well. So if Antifa, tries anything, if they come crawling out of their mommy's basements and they try some shit, the snipers are up there to take care of business. There you go. So, but like that Ravage Battle, no queefa. There you go. Yes, exactly. Right there. That's what I ever see. Antifa, no queefa. There you go. When you think Antifa, think no queefa. All right. So let's check this out here. You know what? I almost forgot that we've got my favorite segment of every Movies Merica spoiler warning show. That, of course, is the movie military moment. Yes, I know you guys have been waiting, holding on for the movie military moment. And what is the movie military moment? Just in case you are a newbie here and you have no idea what that is. Well, the movie military moment. That is where I give myself a few minutes to honor a recipient of the Congressional Medal of Honor. Okay, so we've had so many great military men and women that fought to give us the opportunity we had a couple of nights ago to have election nights and I guess it's election seasons now, but to have a peaceful transfer of power. All that stuff doesn't happen without our brave military men and women, suiting up, getting suited and booted and doing their job. And some have paid or made the ultimate sacrifice, or have not made the ultimate sacrifice, but they have done some heroic stuff enough to be recipients of the Congressional Medal of Honor. Now, right now, understandably, you might be saying, what is the military? What does that have to do with movies? I have no idea. What does that have to do with anything? So I shall tell you. All right. So as you would imagine, if you are the recipient of a Congressional Medal of Honor, you didn't get that for being the best booger eater, on base, or shining the best boots of the officers, or being the best letter sorter at the base post office. Okay, you got that for doing some heroic shit. Okay, so you're a Marine and you're charging a Japanese pillbox on Iwo Jima, and they're about to mow down your friends over there, right? But you go up there and you just, without any regard for your life, you run up there, you're out of ammo, you run up there and you go to throw some grenades, take out the Japs so they don't take out your friends, stuff like that. Or you're in Vietnam, okay, and you're a tunnel rat. Remember tunnel rats in Vietnam, where you had to go in the tunnels and take out, you take out the VC in there and that kind of thing, and you kill some VC, you save lives, stuff like that, where if you saw it on a movie screen right up in front of you, it would be a cool movie military moment. And that's the connection, everybody. So that's how that goes down. That is where everything comes home. And so with that explanation out of the way, let's get right into this movie military moment. All right. So, and yes, our well-deserving recipient or honoree for the movie military moment for this episode is going to be one Private First Class William Bernard Baugh that fought in the Korean War, specifically around the Chosin Reservoir, okay? And I think that Private First Class, for being a Congressional Medal of Honor recipient, deserves some sweet music. Don't you think so? I think so. And so, without further ado, this is the movie military moment. And in this movie military moment, we honor Private First Class William Bernard Baugh, who fought for me and for you and all of America in the Korean War. And let's find out more about one Private First Class William Bernard Baugh. For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty while serving as a member of an anti-tank assault squad attached to Company G during a nighttime enemy attack against a motorized column. Acting instantly when a hostile hand grenade landed in his truck as he and his squad prepared to alight and assist in the repulse of an enemy force delivering intense automatic weapons and grenade fire from deeply entrenched and well-concealed roadside position. Private First Class Baugh quickly shouted a warning to the other men in the vehicle and, unmindful of his personal safety, hurled himself upon the deadly missile, thereby saving his comrades from serious injury or possible death, sustaining severe wounds from which he died a short time afterwards. Private First Class Baugh, by his superb courage and valiant spirit of self-sacrifice, upheld the highest traditions of the U.S. Naval Service. He gallantly gave his life for his country. And we salute you, Private First Class William Bernard Baugh. And that is why you are the recipient of this movie military moment honor. Yes, there we go. That's some shit. That is some shit, man. Like, to be that selfless, to fall on that missile and save the lives of your friends right there so they can, maybe make it home to their wives, their mothers, and live a long, long life right there. It makes me ask myself, like, what did I do with my day? What did I do? What have I done? What have I been done to be selfless right there? And, if you happen to know the family of, Private First Class William Bernard Baugh, or, your friend or whatever, you know him or know people who know him, please feel free to let them know about this episode so that they can watch the tribute to their loved one right there, because I think that they would mean something to them, right? They would be honored. They would be touched to see that, hey, you know what? There's a guy that doesn't know our family. He doesn't know, William Bernard Baugh. I never knew him. Obviously, he was gone before I was even born. But I think that they would be honored, and they would mean something to them. So by all means, let them know about this so they can watch this for themselves right there. And you guys can check out these Congressional Medal of Honor citations yourselves. You don't have to wait for my movie military moment. You can go to cmohs.org and just check them out. So let me add to that, cmohs.org/recipients. Be a more direct route to that information right there. So, but appreciate you guys doing that and checking that out here for the movie military moment. And that is time. We got to go ahead and move out of that here. So let's play that. Let's play that one more time here because it's so badass. Let's do it. All right. So, hey, and now is the time where I beg for money. Yes. And we've had some folks here in the live chat there. They step up to the plate, man. They showed me some financial love there. And again, that's not to say you have to. I am not going to guilt trip anybody or anything like that. So I'm not going to be that guy. Like, it's not classy if you watch my show and you don't give me money. I hate people that do that stuff. I can't stand it. I'm just honored enough to where if you guys are just watching and live chatting, that's totally cool right there. But if you want to go beyond that, like Culture Americano and Lindy Rigg and Channel 2 Action News and anybody else that I missed there, apologies in advance if I did, then you can give me what's called a Rumble rant on Rumble, where you can donate any amount of money to me you would like. And the way you do that is down by where you type in your live chat there on Rumble. You just have to click on the button with the $sign on it and just put in how much you want to throw my way. That's it. Easy peasy Japanesey right there, okay? But if you're checking me out on YouTube, then you can do the exact same thing. You can give me what's called a super chat. And there, all you have to do is, again, down by where you type in your live chat in YouTube, click on the button with a dollar bill on it, and just put in how much you want to throw my way for money, okay? And very, very easy from that right there, yes. And Ravage Metal, you can make money from your one-bedroom apartment. Yes, there you go. Yeah, get your How to Be a Hoe from Velvet Jones. Yeah, it's like you can make good money from the comforts of your own bedroom. All right, so there we go. How to Be a Hoe. Velvet Jones. Love it. But again, that's enough begging for money from me. So now to let you guys know what the movie is that I'm going to spoiler-free review this Sunday. And that movie is going to be Heretic. Heretic with Hugh Grant. It's supposed to be a horror movie. Love horror movies. It's a great year for horror movies. No, not the kind of horrors that make money from their one-bedroom apartment there, Ravage Battle. No, not that kind of horror. Scary movies. There we go. Maybe that's a better way of putting it right there. So scary movies. So we've had great scary movies like Long Legs and Late Night with the Devil and Smile 2 and others there as well. And the latest, I'm going to see if Heretic is another good scary movie. So this Sunday on Movies Merica Live, I will be spoiler-free reviewing Heretic. I hear it's pretty good. We'll see. But if you guys want to find out if I think it's good, then check out Movies Merica Live this Sunday afternoon on YouTube and Rumble. And that is going to be at 4 Eastern, 3 Central, 2 Mountain, and 1 Pacific on, again, YouTube and Rumble this Sunday afternoon. And then I will be doing a deep dive on Heretic, spoiler-heavy deep dive, a week from tonight on Movies Merica. Spoiler warning. And that, of course, comes on at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, and 4 Pacific there at, again, YouTube and Rumble. There we go. All right. So, and again, feel free, for this show and the links to all the shows and the episodes, share that shit. Okay, there you go. Make like Santa Claus and give the gift of Movies Merica. There you go. It's like, take the links to the episodes or the link to the Movies Merica page on Rumble or the Till Death Podcast Network page on YouTube or my Movies Merica page on X. You can send that link there as well, from to and fro, okay, to your cousin Ralph or your grandma Lucy or whoever, okay, there, send it there. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy hogs. Don't hog all the Movies Merica for yourself. Send it there. And then also follow me on, YouTube, YouTube is under Till Death Podcast Network. Really, follow me on Rumble, X, Instagram, Facebook, Gab, all under @Movies Merica. And then if you DM me on X and you let me know, hey, Van, I followed you on this platform and that platform and that platform, I will follow you back, okay? But you got to let me know. You got to keep me in the know. You got to DM me on X and let me know there, and we'll go from there. I will scratch your back because you scratch my back. You follow me on those platforms. It's only right that I follow you back there. All right, let's check out everything right here as we get to we're getting to the end, man. All right, we're getting to the end. The getting sleepy. All right, the sun's going down. The sun's going down there. And before I do that, though, I'm going to let you guys know about some locations that you should definitely check out there. And the first place you should go is solo.to/movies Merica. Okay, and why you would want to go there is. So do you hate, like, if you like a show, do you hate having to go like hunting and pecking all over the internet trying to find the links to the episodes to that show or links to other stuff about that show? You don't want to have to search, here and there over the internet for that. Hell no, you want a one-stop shop webpage with all the links, right? And that's what solo.to/movies Merica is. If you go there and you save that as a favorite, that has all the links to everything movies Merica. Okay, so it's going to be a very fast way to join the latest episode live. Quickest way to get links to all the past episodes, like all the last 2.5 years of episodes. Links to my X page, my critic list page, my letterbox page, you name it. The link to it is in that or on that solo.to/movies Merica page. All right, next is moviesmerica.com. What you're going to find there is the audio only or the podcast versions of my spoiler-free review show I do on Sundays, Movies Merica Live. And you can go there, check that out. Also, the podcast versions of that show are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, all the places that you can imagine would have podcasts there. And just to warn you, though, I would not do the podcast episodes there because I do get bit by the procrastination bug, and I don't get the podcast versions out there as quick as I should. So I'll do I'll do an episode on a Sunday, and a lot of times I don't get the podcast version of it out until like the following Thursday or Friday. So it's better just to watch the shows on Rumble and YouTube right there, and then on X as well. The shows are on X there as well. So I know. Great job promoting moviesmerica.com. So, and then next is just to let you know again, I'm on the social media sites, X, Instagram, Gab, Facebook. If you can name the social media site, chances are I'm on that site under @moviesmerica. All right. And then next is tdpn.locals.com. And I'm not going to go into that too much because I went over that earlier, but that's our Till Death Podcast Network website there. And we have the merch store again. And again, the holidays are coming up here. Christmas, Kwanzaa, Festivus, Hanukkah. All right. It's coming up here, and it's the gift giving. Okay, so don't be that loser that, gets your loved ones, a bottle of Coke, Diet Coke for Christmas at a gas station on Christmas Eve. Don't be that guy, right? Don't be that guy. Like, hey, I got you this box of incense from the gas station down the street there at the last minute. Don't be that terrible gift giver, okay? Go to the merch store down in the link, okay, and give the best gifts that you could give, all right? Because nothing says, I love you, Grandma, like a Movies Merica t-shirt for your sweet, sweet nanny, okay? There you go. She baked you chocolate chip cookies, for God's sakes, all right? Get her a Movies Merica t-shirt. Come on, you ungrateful bastard. And then next place is at Till Death Network, solo.to/Till Death Pod Network, okay? So solo.to/Till Death Pod Network. That's, again, a one-stop shop for links that have to do with the Till Death Podcast Network. All right, and then next we have solo.to/Till Death Studios. That's where you would go if you're in the content creation game like yours truly here, where you have a show on Rumble or YouTube or Pilled, okay? And you think your show is looking a little bland, all right? You think your show is slipping a little bit, okay? And you want to spruce it up a little bit, okay? Like the intros that I have for this show, or the cool background right here, or the intros that you saw, like the movie Military Moment intro. Well, I didn't create those, okay? I went to solo.to/Till Death Studios, and my man Ian, he hooked me up with his skills that pay the bills, and he made all kinds of cool shit. But you have to take the first step and go to solo.to/Till Death Studios, and he will create some cool shit to give your show some extra flair. Shout out Office Space. All right, and we got solo.to/I'm Sean Cav. And that's where you'd go for all the links that have to do with Sean, who's one of the titans of the Till Death Podcast Network. Of course, you know his Sipping with Sean X space that he does. Of course, he's on that Whiskey Capitalist podcast show with Ian and Casey, and he does all kinds of like music-related stuff, and he's written books and that kind of thing. So if you want links to all things I'm Sean Cav without having to hunt and peck all over the internet for them, well, go to solo.to/I'm Sean Cav and save it as a favorite in your favorite browser. Don't hesitate. Do it. And then we got solo.to/the Whiskey Capitalist, which is the one-stop shop for all of the links that have to do with the aforementioned Whiskey Capitalist podcast show. And that show, of course, comes on every Monday and Wednesday nights, and then every other Tuesday there. And I can't think of an easier place to go for the links to the latest episodes than solo.to/the Whiskey Capitalist. All right. And then we've got solo.to/Till Death Podcast. And that's where you go for all the links to the Till Death Podcast show that Ian and his lovely bride Jen do every other Saturday afternoon. And their show is all about bringing you the latest headlines and talking about the hot button topics of the day. And they bring you funnies, and they bring their perspective all marinated in their marital mirth. Okay. They give each other all kinds of husband and wife shit, you know, and make it very interesting and compelling and hilarious. And you won't be able to take your eyes off that show. And the Till Death Podcast show that they do, that's the flagship show of the Till Death Podcast Network. That's the show that started it all, okay? And so check out that show. And again, like I said, the best, easiest way to get the links to, you know, their latest episodes and their past episodes is to go to solo.to/Till Death Podcast. Save it as a favorite, okay? And you're good to go. You're solid, okay? That's what I'm talking about right there. All right, let's check shit out right here. Let's do that. And all right, we're really coming down to it, people. Really coming down to it here. And I just want to thank you guys again for joining the show. And make sure, again, I want to thank Kitty from Flip City Magazine for joining the show. Again, check her out on Rumble. Flip City, look for Flip City Magazine on Rumble there. And I'm sure there it's got links to her other presence, or the other places she's at. I'm sure. I think I heard her say she's on X as well. Okay, but again, another round of applause there for Kitty from Flip City. Let's give it up for her. There you go. Well-deserved round of applause for Kitty from Flip City there. And I think you're going to see her on some other, I know you're going to see her on some other Till Death Podcast Network shows here very soon. That is for sure, okay? But with that, everybody, get out there, people. Those movies aren't going to watch themselves. See ya.
Hey, everybody! Hey, don't leave yet, okay? I got the police after me, and I got just enough time to ask you to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you would. I'll be in handcuffs here pretty soon, anytime, okay? I got just enough time to ask you to also like these or watch these videos and like them as well, okay? All right? Hey, thanks for watching this video and the Till Death Podcast Network. I gotta go.